It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
And good evening, everybody. Coming to you live from Howland High School in Trumbull County. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. And we are here for what is a future EBC conference matchup starting next year, as the 1-1 Marlington Dukes are traveling here to Trumbull County to take on the Howland Tigers. Both teams 1-1 on the season. Christian Bigglesworth here with you. Derek Dimmitt, my partner, will be along a little later here in the pregame show here on what is an absolutely gorgeous night for high school football here. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous here tonight. Looking forward to tonight's game. Again, Coach Cardinal bringing his 1-1 Dukes into town against the Howland Tigers. Now, we got a lot going on in the pregame show, as you guys know. If you're listening every week, don't forget we are live on Q92radiosports.com, but also this year, we are also live all season long on the Q92 YouTube channel. Like, follow, and subscribe so you always know when we're live. All 7 games that we do every week are live on YouTube. How great is that? So you can go to our website or YouTube and check out all these broadcasts. We have 7 games for you tonight in the Stark County area, and we're looking forward to bringing them all to you here, as we are still in non-conference play. That's going to change a little bit starting next week. But again, like I said, this is a look at the EBC of the future, as next year Howland will be participating in the EBC with football. So you'll be hearing Howland's name with the likes of Alliance, with Marlington, with West Branch, with Salem, with Carrollton, with Minerva. So here in the pregame show, as always, we're going to take you around the Q92 Sports Network. We're going to let you hear previews of the other 6 games that you can hear on Q92radiosports.com tonight. We're going to head to the Coaches Corner, where we had a chance to speak with both head coaches tonight. We'll get you our keys to the game and get you set for kickoff. We are glad you are with us here. Looking forward to tonight's game. This is going to be a fun one here in week 3 of high school football, Marlington and Howland. So we're going to take our first time out. When we come back, we're going to get right into it with the previews of the other 6 games you can listen to on the Q92 Sports Network here tonight. But this game right here, the one you've got on your screen right now, or your tablet or your television on YouTube, it is Marlington and Howland high school football, brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkowitz and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season. For over 20 years, Pierce Motors has been your trusted, locally owned and operated auto repair shop, delivering ASE certified bumper to bumper service you can count on. From oil changes to engine repairs and diagnostics, we do it all with quality work at a fair price. Visit us at 170 East Main Street, Limaville, or call 330-821-7744 today and see why so many in the community rely on Pierce Motors.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, thank you, and welcome back to the pregame show, getting ready for Marlington and Howland here. Thank you so much for having us on. Now it's time to give you some previews of the other 6 games you can listen to on the Q92 Sports Network here in Week 3. And we got another great lineup for you here tonight. So let's start going through them and let you hear some previews of some of these games that you can hear on the Q92 Sports Network. Again, Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 YouTube channel all season long. The Akron East Dragons are in town this evening as they're coming down to take on Canton South. Let's get a preview of Akron East and Canton South right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Breck Bueller Stadium inside Canton South High School for the matchup between the 1-1 Akron East Dragons and the 1-1 Canton South Wildcats. For Akron East, this is their 3rd straight road game to open the season. Week 1, the Dragons defeated Bedford 20-6, and then last week lost to a strong Nordonia team 39-7. They are led by senior defensive back duo Terrell Wharton Jr. and Dante Swain Jr. This duo has more than a dozen college scholarship offers between the two, and they make opposing quarterbacks think twice throwing at them. For Canton South, this is their 3rd straight home game to open the season. Week 1 was a win over Field, 42-16, and last week they fell to CVCA 42-14. For the Wildcats, it's been Therese Conley, Nolan Bonner, Brody Beagle, and Diego Bautista leading the offense, and when they are clicking, look out. Who will pick up their 2nd win tonight? Will it be Akron East or will it be Canton South? You can find out live on the Q92 Sports Network as myself and my broadcast partner Robert Coleman will have the call. Pre-game is at 6:30, kickoff is at 7. For Q92 Sports, I'm Mike Voorhees.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for that preview. Appreciate that. Next, we are going to head up to Streetsboro, where tonight the 1-1 Alliance Aviators are on the road to take on the Rockets. Sam Berkwin and Caleb Nork will have the call of that game. It's our game of the week on our sister station, AM 1310 WDPN. Let's get you a preview right now of Alliance in Streetsboro. All right, Sam, thank you for that preview of the game between Streetsboro and Alliance. Next, we're going to go down to Sandy Valley, where the East Canton Hornets are off to a 2-0 start, looking to continue that on the road against Sandy Valley. Tonight should be a good one, an IVC matchup. Jay Wilhelm has the call of that game. Let's get you a preview right now of East Canton and Sandy Valley. And if I went too long, made it too long and didn't. All right, Jay, thank you for that preview of East Canton and Sandy Valley. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we are going to get you previews of the other three games that we have for you on the Q92 Sports Network tonight. It's another Score 7 as we are in pregame right now, getting you guys ready for tonight's game between the Marlington Dukes and the Howland Tigers. It's high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group all season long on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Star County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
This is head coach Joe Cardinal from the Marlington Dukes. You're listening to high school football on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92 Sports Network.
Thank you, Coach Cardinal, as he is getting ready to bring out his Dukes here for their game tonight at Howland, as the Howland Band is performing right now for pregame festivities. All right, let's get back to our game previews here tonight on the Q92 Sports Network. Next up, the Perry Panthers. How about Perry? 2-0 on the season and on the road tonight to take on Warren Harding at Mollenkopf Stadium. Ryan Keller and Antonio Hall have the call of that game. Let's get you a preview right now of Perry and Harding. All right, and welcome back. That preview of Perry and Harding. Next up, we are going to head to Canton Central Catholic, where the Crusaders are hosting Orrville. So Orrville and Canton Central Catholic. That's going to be a good one tonight. Let's get a preview of that with Mike Dixon, who'll be calling that game with Ryan Rowland on the Q92 Sports Network. All right, and thank you for that preview. And finally, we've got our preview for our game of the week, and it is between game of the week is Northwest and Louisville, and that is happening over at Louisville. Clint Scroggs has a preview of that game. Let's get a preview of it right now here on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Louisville Leopards host the Northwest Indians in a renewal of a matchup that in the past was one of the most anticipated in Stark County. Northwest is 1-0 after a 35-0 win over Marlington. The Indians' Week 1 game was canceled due to an outbreak of illness at Norton. John DeMarco's team ran for 4 touchdowns with 2 from Kellen Reinford and 1 each for Joey Madur and Connor Stevenson. Madur had 83 yards on 12 carries. Quarterback Braden Venables was 15 of 19 for 168 yards and a score with no interceptions. DeMarco is facing his former school where he was head coach from 2010 to 2018, compiling a record of 65-29. Louisville is 2-0 with wins over New Philadelphia and Alliance. The Leopards held the Aviators to 233 rushing yards and 13 points last week after shutting out the Quakers. The leading rusher is quarterback Gabe Stauffer with 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stauffer has completed 21 of 29 passes for 291 yards, 3 TDs, and no picks. He was 10 of 11 against New Philadelphia. Luke Seaman scored a defensive touchdown that night on a 55-yard interception return. This will be the 4th consecutive season these teams meet in Week 3. They split 10 games as NBC rivals from 2000 to 2009. Northwest has won 2 of the previous 3 after losing the first game 16-6. Northwest won 35-28 last year. It will be Northwest visiting Louisville. I'm Clinton Scroggs for Q92 Sports.
All right, thank you, Clint, for that preview of our game of the week. Northwest and Louisville, we are going to take another timeout. We come back and head to the coaches' corner. Let you hear from both head coaches, and we're getting closer and closer to kickoff of tonight's game between Howland and Marlington here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and a cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 10 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season. For over 20 years, Pierce Motors has been your trusted, locally owned and operated auto repair shop, delivering ASE certified bumper-to-bumper service you can count on. From oil changes to engine repairs and diagnostics, we do it all with quality work at a fair price. Visit us at 170 East Main Street, Limaville, or call 330-821-7744 today and see why so many in the community rely on Pierce Motors.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back here as pregame festivities are still going on. The Howland Tiger Band still performing here. And let's head over now, part of the pregame show, to the Coach's Corner. Derek Dimmitt, my partner, had a chance to speak with both coaches. We're going to hear what they had to say here. First, we are going to start off with Coach Cardinal of the Marlington Dukes. Again, his team 1-1 on the season coming into tonight's game. And let's get a conversation with Derek Dimmitt and Coach Cardinal in the Coach's Corner.
Coach, here, week 3 here at Howland. Can you talk about the season thus far?
Yeah, it's, last week wasn't what we wanted, but, we competed. First half wasn't great, down 28-0, but that third quarter, it was a shutout. So, we came out, we did what we need to do in the third quarter, and our guys don't quit. And, that's kind of all you want with us is just keep playing snap by snap.
And then starting the freshman at quarterback, can you just talk about his growth from, week 1 here into week 3?
Yeah, every day he gets better. Every day practice, every day in a game, he gets better. And, he's mature beyond his years. We ask him to do a lot for us. And, he's always asking questions. How can I get better? What should I do here? And, he takes coaching great. Coach Goulding does a really good job with him, coaching him. And, our guys love Tyler. So does the staff. So, we're excited to see what he does over the, this year plus the next, 3.
And then coming in tonight, what on tape was something maybe that Howland does that you haven't seen maybe in the first 2 weeks?
They're really athletic. Howland does a really good job. They got a really sound secondary, and they have linebackers that definitely like to hit you. It's Howland. If anybody knows, how historic Howland is a football school. So, we have our work cut out for us tonight, and we have to try to match their physicality, match their intensity. But they're well coached, and they get after it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, that's Derek's conversation with Coach Cardinal. Next, he had a chance to talk to Coach Jones of the Howland Tigers. The Coach's Corner. Here's Derek Dimmitt's conversation with Coach Jones.
Coach Jones, coming into week 3, can you talk about the week of preparation?
Yeah, a good week of preparation. We had to bounce back a little bit. Had a couple guys get nicked in week 2 game, but we're as healthy as we can be right now. We got a couple guys still trying to get back, but good week of preparation and looking forward to tonight.
Yes, sir. And then preparing for Marlington, was there anything that you saw on tape maybe that they do a little different than maybe what you've seen thus far this year?
Well, they're much like us on offense. They like to run counter and gap scheme, and they got a nice freshman quarterback who spins it pretty well. Does a nice job getting out of the pocket and making plays on his feet. And then defensively, they play hard. They try to get to the ball, and they got some nice playmakers on that side of the ball too. And they try to make you earn everything you get.
And then this year, out of conference. Next year, it'll be a conference game. Can you just talk about kind of laying that groundwork? Maybe setting up a rivalry moving forward.
Absolutely. That EBC is a great conference. We're excited to join it next year, and we have quite a few teams of the EBC on our schedule this year. So we look forward to playing these guys, and we're excited for what the future holds as well.
All right, thank you, Coach.
And that was the national anthem being performed by the Howland Marching Band as pregame festivities are coming to an end, as I welcome in officially Derek Dimmitt, my play-by-play partner for this game tonight. And Derek, you're right. This is we talked about when I opened the broadcast today. These are two teams that need to get familiar with each other because they're going to be playing every year starting next year as Howland's coming aboard to the Eastern Buckeye Conference. And it's going to be one of those rivalries every once a year that we get. So it's exciting. I know Coach Jones talked about that as well. They already are playing a few EBC teams, and they have in the past. Right. So it's going to change the conference a little bit next year. But this should be a fun one here tonight, a preview of that. And two teams, 1-1, and now we are in week 3, where you start to play those games before you get into your conference play, and you want to get as good of a record as you can. And again, I mentioned we're looking at a playoff shrinkage this year from 16 teams to 12 in every region. So every win counts, no matter when during the season. I think it counts a little bit more this year than normal.
Yeah, and the top 4 get that week 11 bye, so that's a great opportunity for teams to rest up coming out of their conference and after 10 grueling weeks. But both teams, very laser focused during warm-ups, and like you said, both 1-1. There's a big difference between being 2-1 and 1-2 as they go into conference play.
Absolutely. We're about ready to go here. Marlington will get the ball first. They'll be on offense, and they'll be going from left to right on your radio dial or your tablet or your television. Marlington coming down there, all whites tonight. White jerseys, white pants with the black helmets with the Dukes across them. The Howland Tigers, and they're all black. It's going to be easy to tell these teams apart tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Black jerseys, black helmets, orange stripes, orange lettering, orange numbers, and they have the Tiger on one side of the helmet and the jersey number on the second side of the helmet. So an absolutely gorgeous night for football. I know it might rain a little bit, but as far as temperature, a little windy, but going to be a fun one here tonight. Looking forward to bringing it to you here. Howland and Marlington about to kick off. Cameron Evanich is back deep. He's the very dangerous wide receiver for the Dukes. We'll talk about him throughout the game as he's starting to get some looks for college scouts. And we are underway here in Howland as that kick's going to be taken by Evanich around. No, he's going to say let it go in the end zone. Nice decision. Mm-hmm. And here we go. Our first look at this freshman quarterback, Tyler Walder, who's already got his first 2 starts in a home game, a road game. And like when you talk to Coach Cardinal in the pregame show, in the coach interview, he's getting more confident every day, they feel.
Yeah, coming in tonight, 24 or 40 on the year, 2 touchdowns, important. No interceptions thus far with that 60% completion percentage. Definitely likes to look towards number 11, Cam Evanich, as you mentioned on the opening kickoff.
I'm going to have to lean on Derek for a lot of the clocks today. The scoreboard is it is literally where I cannot see it. 1st and 10, though, from the 20-yard line. I know that. Walder in shotgun on 1st and 10. Going to turn, hand it off to Caden Dine. The senior takes it up over the 25, up to around the 27-yard line. And Dine and Bryce Jones, 2 of the seniors on this team, Derek, they're going to control the running game for the Dukes. And these are two players that were supposed to have big roles last year, and we talked a lot about how snake-bitten injury-wise the Dukes were last year. They're glad to have these two seniors back. It is 2nd down and 4 on the 26-yard line. Welder in shotgun. Might have got Howland to jump. Did he? I think he did. First penalty of the ball game.
Yeah, you mentioned last year we called quite a few Dukes games, and unfortunately they did lose a lot to injury, but so far so good, and it's great to see these guys that are now seniors out there and performing.
Felt like they lost 2 starters every game we did, and then some for the season.
Right, yeah.
All right, move the chains up to the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, thanks to the penalty. Marlington sets up, trips to the left, receiver to the right. Tyler Walder is back there in shotgun by himself. Takes the snap. Quick wide receiver screen. It is caught by Cole Jones. Cole up over the 35, up over the 40, up to the 44, maybe the 45-yard line. It's going to be about a 13, 14-yard gain there. Good throw there and good catch by Cole Jones, the junior wide receiver. And there's your first completion for Tyler Walder. And he looked good back there by himself.
Yeah, nice quick out route there to Jones and able to make some guys miss and get that first down.
1st and 10 again. Now Marlington on their own 46-yard line. Trips right. They turn. They're going to hand it off to their running back. And this time Dine's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense there for Howland to come up and make that play. And that was Blake Culver, the sophomore linebacker, who came up and stuffed that play. He kind of knifed through there without being touched and made the play. That'll make it 2nd down at about 11. 45-yard line. Walder in shotgun. He's got 4 wides, 2 to each side. Now he looks over to the sideline for the play call. He's got Dine with him in shotgun again. The old running back wearing number 0. Walder takes the snap. Going to roll out to his right. Looking towards the sideline. Now looking across the field. Throws towards the sideline. Incomplete pass. Was looking for Bryce Jones, who was coming across the field. But the pass sailed out of bounds. No one was really open. That would have had to really been a tight window for him to put that ball in.
Yeah, I'll bring up 3rd and 11 here from the Marlington 45. Just under 10 minutes left here in the opening quarter, 9:59.
Thank you, Derek. I'm going to need you to give clock updates because Derek can attest I can't see the scoreboard from where I'm at. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 11. Walden in shotgun. Walder in shotgun. Trips right, receiver left. Howland showing blitz from both outside linebacker positions. We'll see if they bail out of it or if they're really coming. As of right now, they're showing some pressure. And they do bring it back to pass. Walden looks, throws it to Evidence, who misses it. It sails over his head. And it looks like the drive will stall, and Marlington will come out here and punt. Now, Tyler Walder, I believe, is the punter as well, the freshman. So not only is he the starting quarterback as a freshman, he's also the punter.
Yeah, that could lead to some opportunity maybe to throw out in a fake punt here and there, having your starting quarterback as your punter. But on this one, he'll look to pin the Tigers back deep.
Back deep to return. Anthony De Niro standing back there around his 30-yard line. Here is the punt. It's going to be fielded by the other up man. That is Josh Jarvis. Takes the 30 up to the 35. He is tackled, and that's where the Howland offense will come onto the field for the first time tonight. We're going to get a look at their quarterback, the junior, Darren Douglas, number 4. And what we've noticed in the first 2 games of the season, Derek, it's all about their running back, senior, number 22, DeVay Hanzu. They want to establish him. They want to run him, and they want to run him a lot.
Yeah, Hanzu through 2 games, 21 carries, 62 yards. So the yards haven't been there yet, but definitely the guy that Coach Jones is looking to lean on.
They're going to come out here, 1st and 10. Howland has it now going right to left. They have the ball on their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position. They're going to come out here in shotgun. Twins left, receiver to the right. Send a receiver in motion. They fake the jet action. They give it to Hanzu. Hanzu up over the 35, 40, 45 into Marlington territory across midfield. That was a good, strong run by DeVay Hanzu on 1st down as that moves the chains and puts Howland in Marlington territory.
Yeah, I mentioned they had a lot of big carries. That 16-yarder there, his longest of the season thus far, as the clock dips below 9:30.
So Howland on the move here in Marlington territory, 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line. Douglas in shotgun. Hanzu on his left hip. 3 wides. They send the tight end in motion to the left side. They're going to turn, give it to Hanzu again. Going to try the right side at 45. Gets inside the 40. Another first down before he goes out of bounds. And Dave Hanzu with 2 strong runs to start this drive. And Howland's on the move here in the first quarter.
Yeah, 28 yards on the ground already and moving right into the Dukes territory.
That takes it down to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Howland again. Just underway here in the first quarter. Marlington had the ball, got a first down, but then had to punt. This is Howland's first possession of the ball game. Quarterback Darren Douglas in shotgun again. He's got twins to his left, receiver to his right. That tight end goes in motion from right to left again. Takes the snap. Hanzu a third time. Hanzu another hole inside the 30. Barrels his way down to the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And Dave Hanzu is having a first drive of the game, and Howland's finding some big holes, and they're finding it in the interior linemen, the center and guard gaps.
Yeah, a couple big guys there in the interior on the offensive line for the Tigers, and the Dukes defense not having an answer for Hanzu here to begin.
8:13 clock running here in the first quarter. It's 2nd down and 1 for Howland on the 28-yard line. They turn. This time it's an RPO. Quarterback's going to keep it. Take it inside the 30, the 25. He trips. That'll be enough for the first down as they do a Darren Douglas RPO. He decides to keep it. Douglas gets a positive run. Move the chains again for Howland. They're on the move here.
Yeah, great start to the game for the Howland Tigers there. Darren Douglas, 6 foot, 152 is the measurements on the quarterback, but he is spry.
1st down and 10. Ball at about the 21-yard line. And we're going to have a penalty flag here. It's going to be a false start. False start on Howland. That'll back him up.
And if you're Dukes, maybe take opportunity to kind of regroup a little bit. Now they're behind the chains, so maybe we'll see Douglas for his first pass attempt here. But a good opportunity to kind of stall the drive out here for the Marlington Dukes.
Yeah, Howland has not thrown the ball yet on this drive. It's been all Dave Hanzu and Darren Douglas. It'll be 1st down now. What do we now? We have another flag, and I think Howland give it right back.
Yep.
So give those 5 yards back to Howland. I'll move it back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll put it on. They'll mark it right on the 20, right between the 20 and the 21-yard line. They're approaching the friends and family. Nope, that's timeout.
Yeah, RG drag.
RG drag red zone. So here we go. They get lined up here on 1st down. Receivers left and right. They got 2 fullbacks back there now. They're going to turn. Hanzu again. This time Hanzu is hit behind the line and dropped back for a loss. Good job defensively there for the Marlington Dukes. That was number 50, Roman Albert, the senior, who came up and made that play and got the initial contact.
Yeah, only a gain of 1 there by Hanzu, and brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21, 6:40 left on the first quarter clock.
6:40 clock running, quick moving first quarter, but that's because Howland's running the ball. They're lined up again here on 2nd down and 9. Douglas in shotgun. Turns. Going to hand it off to Hanzu again. Hanzu looking for a hole again. Good job by the Marlington defense. That time, number 24 from Marlington, Tyler Klein, the junior, was in on that tackle. So looks like the defense for Marlington starting to adjust a little bit and watch those A-B gaps between the center and the guards, because early on that seems to be where Howland wants to attack. So now a 3rd down and long for the Howland Tigers.
First 3rd down for the Tigers here, just inside the RG drag red zone. Just below 6 minutes here in the first quarter.
3rd down and 7. Douglas in shotgun. He sends his tight end to the left, twins right, receiver left. Douglas is going to throw this time. Pressure coming immediately. Douglas rolling out to his right, looking, throws it towards the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. It is caught by Carter Nelson. He scrambled. Nelson got behind everybody, Derek, in the end zone, and it was an easy throw. Touchdown, Howland Tigers.
Yeah, 19-yard touchdown reception there by Carter Nelson from Douglas. Great first drive by Coach Jones Tigers here to open this one up here. We got 5:37 remaining on the opening quarter clock.
So now on to kick it for Howland is their kicker. That is Jack Litton. He is also their punter, so he's on for the extra point. Is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:37 left to go in the first quarter, your new score is Howland 7, Marlington nothing. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, if you're just joining us, it is 7-0 Howland over Marlington here in the first quarter. And that was an impressive drive, Derek.
Yeah, from the start, started with Hanzu on the ground. Darren Douglas added a couple quarterback keepers, and then the first time through the air, the touchdown pass found Carter Nielsen in the end zone.
Some other score updates. East Canton's up early 7-0 over Sandy Valley, and Akron East up 6-0 over Canton South. So a couple scores from around the area. We'll update you with those throughout the evening. Howland about to kick it off after that touchdown. Jack Lydian, didn't see the I. Lydian will be kicking it off. Evanich is the lone deep man back there for the Dukes, who are now down 7-0 here in the first quarter. There is the kickoff. It's going to go down. Evanich will take it around his 1 yard line. And here he goes, up over the 15, up over the 20. I thought when you touched the end zone, they called it a touchback.
Yeah, I thought that was the rule that we've seen thus far here in the high school season, but Evanich able to return that one.
Maybe it's the ball, not the foot.
Yeah, that could be. But comes out to the 20 as it is, but 5:32 remaining on the first quarter clock. Marlington offense coming out for their second drive of the game.
All right, let's see what this freshman quarterback, Tyler Walder, can do on his second drive. He's going to come out. Dine's going to be the running back with him. Going to go 4 wides, 2 to each side. 1st and 10 from around the 20-yard line. Walder looks over the defense. Now he's going to turn, hand it off to Dine. Dine going to take it up the middle. Good run forward. Falls up over the 25. Lands around the 26, 27-yard line. Good positive run by Dine on first down. Again, Dine and Bryce Jones going to do most of the running for the Marlington Dukes this season.
Yeah, thus far it's been Caden Dine, the 6', 215-pound senior.
2nd down and 4 on their own 26-yard line. Walder in shotgun. Looks things over. Takes the snap. Wants to throw it quickly. Got his receiver on a slant up over the 35, the 37-yard line. That's caught by Malcolm Salyers. Number 13, another senior, and another player, Derek, who was out most of last year with an injury. You're talking about 3 players that were supposed to play big roles last year that are now back finally for the Dukes with this freshman quarterback. All right, that moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Walder in shotgun, trips left, receiver right. Walder looks over to the sideline. 7-0, Howland on top here in the first quarter. High school football on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Walder takes the snap. Back to pass. Has a pocket. Wants to look for his main receiver, Evanich, and they're going to say incomplete, but here comes the flag. Evanich wanted it. Howland can't believe it, but they threw it, and they're going to get number 2, Anthony De Niro, for pass interference, it looks like, on Evanich, and that will be a first down for the Dukes. I don't know if they're supposed to have a mic on that. He was talking like he has a mic.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear anything.
No, but Marlington now moves on to the Howland side of the field at the 49, 4:23 remaining in the first quarter.
4:23 left. Marlington trailing 7-0 to Howland. The Dukes in Howland territory, just crossed over the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Trips left, receiver right. Walder in shotgun. Howland with the blitz. Dine gets by it, gets it to the 45, down to maybe the 43-yard line. Flag comes in late. I'll have to wait and see what that is. Came in very much at the end of the play.
In that area of offensive holding. We'll wait
Holding,
the call here.
yeah, holding on the Dukes, so that's going to back them up 10 yards. That penalty, holding is a lot of times that can be the drive killer.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll back up the Dukes 10 yards and make it 1st and 20. And I'll take the ball all the way back to the Marlington. 41 are they going to mark it? Yeah, the 41-yard line.
4:18 left on the first quarter clock here.
So 1st and 20 now from the Dukes on their own 41-yard line. Walder in shotgun, 4 wides again, and we have another penalty. This is going to be an encroachment on Howland, so they're going to get 5 of those yards back. So the Howland sideline's not happy with their players right now.
Yeah, there have been a handful of penalties for each side here, so not the cleanest start to the game for either side. But Marlington inching closer to midfield thanks to that encroachment penalty.
So the ball's now going to be on their own 47-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15. Walder in shotgun. He's got 4 wides, 2 to each side. Dine on his right hip as he looks over the defense. Howland showing blitz. Now they back out of it, only rush 3. Walder wants to take a shot, looking for Evanich. He's got him, and that's going to be a Marlington touchdown. He went for it all, and Cameron Evanich comes through again. Touchdown, Marlington. That was a pretty pass, freshman.
Yes, it was. And Coach Jones said pregame how Walder throws a nice clean spiral, and he showed it off there, finding evidence behind the defense. A 53-yard touchdown with the point after to tie it up here. 3:44 left in the first quarter.
53-yard touchdown pass from the freshman Tyler Walder to Cameron Evanich, the leading receiver on this team. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown reception of the season. He also has a rushing. As Marlington's got 8 seconds left to get this extra point off here. 4 seconds. They got to hurry up and snap it. 2, 1, and Marlington has to call a timeout. I had a feeling.
Yeah, late getting the kicking team in there and lined up. So
very late.
Coach Cardinal bring a friend into the family with this timeout.
Yes, this timeout and all timeouts all season long are brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend to the family. So Coach Cardinal decides to use that timeout. Don't blame him. Want to make sure you don't want to miss an extra point because you're rushing it or things like that. I know it's early in the game.
Yeah, but we mentioned, both teams 1-1, looking to improve to 2-1, heading into conference play. You'd hate to look back in 2 or 3 quarters and that one timeout in the first half and have it come back and haunt you the rest of the way. So a smart timeout by the Dukes.
So now they will come out here to kick it, and kicking it will be Lucas Williamson, number 17, will be on to attempt the extra point for Marlington. He's looking to tie this game up. Hold us down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:44 left to go in the first quarter, we are now tied up at 7. You are listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group all season long on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
This is head coach Joe Cardinal from the Marlington Dukes. You're listening to High School Football on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are on the Q92 Sports Network here tonight. Thank you, Coach Cardinal. And we are tied at 7. Both teams have gotten it in the end zone, and they've both done it through the air.
Right. We talked about how both like to run the ball, and with Marlington having the freshman quarterback not wanting to put too much on his shoulders, but he just proved that Coach Cardinal can call his number just as well, and he's up for it.
All right. Lucas Williamson to kick it off from Marlington. We are back underway here at Howland. That's going to be a short kickoff taker on the 25-yard line by the Tigers. Up over the 30, 35, still on his feet over the 40. Lost his helmet, and he's tackled around the 42, 43-yard line. And that is by number 21 for Howland. Well done there, my friend, as he kept going.
Yeah, the freshman Tamara Cox on that return brings it out to the Marlington 44. Helmet came off there at the end of it, so that's always scary as they're going in for the tackle when the helmet pops off. But Howland takes over with 3:37 remaining in the first quarter.
3:37 left. Here comes Howland on their second possession of the night. Their first ended in a touchdown pass from Darren Douglas. And here we go. Ball is on their own 44-yard line. Douglas sends a receiver in motion from left to right. They're going to fake the jet action sweep. Douglas going to try to run, but he's going to get the corner, actually, and get the 45 up to the, I'll give him the 46 or the 47. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think he was going to get the corner there, Derek, but the last second, Douglas put on another little bit of a little gear there and got the corner when I thought he was going to be stuck.
Yeah, you had a hesitation step there, and that was enough to turn the Jets back on and turn the corner and get some positive yardage on that first down play.
All right, second down for the Tigers. They're going to come out in twins right, receiver left, tight end to the right side as well. Hanzu, the running back. They're going to give it to Hanzu again. He's going to try the counter. 50, 45, still on his feet, down to around the 42-yard line, back into Marlington territory. And DeVay Hanzu's big first quarter continues here, Derek, late in the first quarter.
Yeah, another rush of over 10 yards there with 11 on that one brings up the 1st and 10 in Marlington territory at the 41. 3:15 left on the first quarter clock.
All right. Clock running here. Howland. Again, both these teams 1-1 on the season. This is Howland's second straight home game. Now Hans is going to be on the right hip of Douglas on 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion from right to left again. Douglas takes the snap. High snap. Hands off to Hanzu again. Hanzu inside the 35. That's where they'll mark him down at. Another good positive run on first down. And Hanzu is setting himself up to possibly have a really big night tonight for Howland.
Yeah, like we mentioned, came in with only about 66 yards on the ground, and I'll tally it up here at the end of the quarter, but he's on a quite the start and might eclipse that here in the first half.
So second down now for Howland. Ball on the 40-yard line. Douglas has Hanzu on his left hip. Tight ends on the left side as well. Twins right, receiver left. Douglas turns, hands off. It's an RPO. Douglas decides to keep it. It gets away from a would-be tackler. 35, 30, 25, and out of bounds around the 21-yard line. Late flag comes in. That's the second time I've seen another gear that Douglas has when he needs to go to it. We'll see what this flag is.
Yeah, late flag came in.
Came in late, and he ran out of bounds. He wasn't hit out of bounds late or anything, so I'm not sure what they're going to call. Waiting for the announcement. Here we go. Holding. Oh, it's going to be a holding on Howland. So I'll take that big run away by their quarterback, Douglas, and back up the Tigers.
Yeah, a big missed opportunity there for Howland. They're going to get first down just outside the RG Drag red zone. Instead, brings up second down and about 8.
So the ball is on the 30. It's marked on the 38-yard line now. Douglas in shotgun on second down and 8. They're in Marlington territory. They turn, fake it to Hanzu. It is a quick wide receiver screen to the receiver inside the 35, down to the 30, actually down to the 28-yard line, maybe the 27 they're even going to give him. And that was Anthony De Niro on the quick hitter there from Darren Douglas. I've been kind of impressed with this quarterback for Howland tonight.
Yeah, 2 for 2 from the air. He's had a couple rushes. That one came back because of the penalty, but the next play gets him the first down here as we're under 2 minutes in the opening quarter.
Of course, Douglas a junior, so that means next year when Howland officially joins the EBC, that conference will be seeing a lot of Douglas as he's got one more year left. All right, so now we're getting set up here. 1st and 10, ball on the 18-yard line. This full house shotgun backfield. Douglas turns. It's actually going to be a quarterback keeper as he tries to get by a couple people. Wow, he does. He takes it down for a couple yards, but that could have been a loss. They're going to mark him down around, I think, the 27 or 26-yard line. They're going to mark him down. first quarter. We are tied at 7. Both teams have scored through the air. This is Howland's second drive of the first quarter, and they're on the move again in Marlington territory.
As the clock dips below 1 minute in the opening quarter.
So Douglas getting the play, and still 15 seconds on the play clock here. Douglas gets it in now on second down. Twins left, receiver right. They send a receiver in motion from left to right. Fake the jet action sweep. They give it to Hanzu again. Hanzu down to around the 21-yard line. Another positive run by Hanzu. We are 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It'll make it third down and relatively short. Third down and 2 on the 20-yard line.
That game clock, I think, is a half second closer to expiration than the play clock. So I believe we'll get one more snap here before the end of the first quarter.
Douglas gets lined up again. Third down. They turn. They're going to give it to Hanzu again. Ooh, this time Hanzu is hit for a loss. That was a big hit by number 56 for the Marlington Dukes. Noah Seaborn, the senior. Well, I'll tell you what, Derek, he kind of came in untouched, and he just slammed into Hanzu.
Yeah, and Cameron Evernich was coming off the end as well. They both met Hanzu in the backfield for the loss. Going to bring up a fourth down as we open the second quarter.
All right, decision time for Howland. When we come back, we played one quarter of football. Your score, Marlington 7, Howland 7. This is high school football, brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Well, we are coming back, Derek, and apparently Howland really trusts their field goal kicker as Jack Lydian is out there to attempt a very long field goal as far as high school goes. The kick is up. The kick has the distance, and it is good. So how about that? Jake Lydian, how far out was that?
38 yards, and he could have made that from 40 or 45 plus.
A 38-yard field goal on fourth down. Kind of thought they were going to come out and go for the first down as it was that close.
Yeah, they're kind of in that in-between, too close for a punt. For a lot of schools, that would be too far for a field goal, but definitely not the Howland Tigers. There is Lydian nails the 38-yarder. Real quick, Hanzu in the first quarter, 10 rushes, 56 yards, came in tonight with 62 on the year.
Look at that. So he's going to obviously have his best output of the night here. So we'll keep it here for kickoff. Your new score just underway here. We're one play into the second quarter, and the score is now Howland up 10-7 over the Marlington Dukes as Howland now, Derek has scored on their first two possessions of the ball game, and Marlington scored on one of their first two as they're about to get the ball back.
Yeah, a lot of offense so far. So we'll see if that is the way the game goes, or if we'll see if there's a defensive stop maybe that turns the momentum one way or the other.
So Lydian coming in now for the kickoff, who just kicked a 37-yard field goal. He is a senior. Back this time to return for the Dukes is number 17, the deep man, Lucas Williamson's back there now. Standing around his 5-yard line, waiting a kickoff from Lydian. Marlington will be going right to left. And a beautiful night, week 3 already of high school football. Hard to believe, but here we are. The close one here is these two teams are about to be conference rivals starting next year, or get an early start on it tonight. Lydian's kickoff is going to be fielded at the 5-yard line by Williamson. Here comes Marlington. 10, 15, up over the 20, up to maybe the 24-yard line before he is tackled, and back out will come the Marlington Dukes offense and this freshman quarterback who early on, I've been impressed with Derek. I know it's his third game. You know, he's got his first home and road game under his belt now coming into tonight's game. He knows what it's like now, but still, when you're a freshman playing at the varsity level, a lot of freshmen are playing freshman ball or at best JV. But he's here starting the entire season, and he won this job in camp, and he's looked pretty good so far, and he looks poised.
Yeah, 3 of 5 through the air, had that 53-yard touchdown to Evanich on the last drive, so looking to continue that here on the next drive.
All right, 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Dine again. Cameron Dine tries to take it up over the 25. See if maybe they they're going to give him just the 25, so Caden Dine with the run, too. And I like the fact that Coach Cardinal is not abandoning the run at all. And he hasn't done it all this season. Regardless of whether you're getting the huge gains, he doesn't want all the pressure to be on Tyler Walder.
Right, yeah, you got to help a younger quarterback out any way you can, and going to the ground is definitely a way to do that here as we'll bring in the backup running back.
2nd down and about 10 for the Dukes here. Roll it out. To his right, throws it out. Another completion up over the 30, up over the 35, falls forward around the 37-yard line. Cole Jones, the junior, with the catch. And what's good, too, about Walden, when you think about it, is his 2 top receivers. Obviously, the main one is Cameron Evanich, but Cole Jones are both juniors, so he has another year with these receivers.
Yeah,
and they're pretty good ones to have.
Yeah, they were great last year and getting better now, and definitely a lot to look forward to for the Marlington Dukes.
1st and 10, ball on their own 37-yard line. Walder has trips to his right, receiver to his left. Quick throw. It's out there to Evanich. Evanich on the wide receiver screen. Tries to break a tackle. Breaks a couple, but won't even get back to the line of scrimmage as Howland's defensive backs did a great job attacking that wide receiver screen, recognizing it and not waiting for Evanich to get to him. They ran to him.
Yeah, he gets that big 6'4", 205 frame in motion, and it's hard to bring him down here. 10:20 left on the first half clock.
10:20 clock running here. Marlington down 10-7 with the football on their own 36-yard line. Going to be 2nd down now and about 11 as they're going to come out here. Trips to the left. Walder in shotgun. Looks over the defense. Howland blitzing a linebacker. They try to sneak a run in. They do. It's a good one. Up over the 50, 45, 40, 35. Still on his feet down to the 30-yard line, and that was Blaze Horn, the sophomore, getting some reps. And how about that run by Blaze Horn? How about that play call for a quick-hitting run play after that loss on the wide receiver screen? Marlington back in Howland territory.
Yeah, 34-yard run there, and that's the first time that we've called Horn's name. So coming in and taking the ball and rumbling up the field.
All right, 1st and 10. Marlington ball on the Howland 30-yard line is getting a spark this season from their freshman quarterback and a spark right there from their sophomore running back. Walder in shotgun. Horn still back there with him. Back to pass. Walder looks, throws it out in the flat to Salyers. Inside the 25. Tackled down around the 20. That was close to a horse collar.
Yeah.
But they didn't call it. Malcolm Salyers, that is his 2nd catch of the ball game. Again, it's funny to hear when I'm saying these names of Jones, Salyers, Dine. These are all guys that were supposed to play a big part in last year's team, but they were all injured and for the season.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here for Marlington, right at the 20-yard line, 8:55 left on the first half clock.
In the RG Drake red zone now are the Dukes. Trips right, receiver to the left. Horn still back there with him. Horn's going to get another carry. Horn this time not much doing as he is hit in the backfield. Falling back for a little bit of a loss there on that play. And we have our first injury of the night, and it looks to be one of the Howland Tigers. I believe that's number 25, if I'm reading the number on the helmet correctly. Either 25 or 26, who's down on the field right now for the Howland Tigers. Again, the Howland Tigers, they're going to be coming to the Eastern Buckeye Conference, the EBC. It all begins next year. They'll be full-fledged members. Obviously, they've been playing West Branch last couple years. They played Marlington. They'll play Salem. I mean, so they're no stranger to EBC opponents. But making the decision to come on board, EBC was looking maybe to add a team since Louisville left a few years ago. As that player is up. That is number 26. Blake Culver. He's walking off under his own power. But I think Howland's going to be. We joke about the distance for some of these, but I think they're going to be a good addition to the EBC.
Yeah, they're showing it tonight. It's been a great game thus far, so a great addition by the Eastern Buckeye Conference.
All right, here we go. Second down and about 11 here. Second down and 10. Walder now in shotgun. He's got trips right, receiver to his left. Howland showing a major blitz. If they're not lying, Walder better be careful because they're showing about 3 guys coming besides the D lineman. Walder sees it, looks over. Here comes that blitz. Walder's got to throw it quickly, gets it to his receiver, who then they're going to call that a drop or a fumble. Incomplete pass. Howland doesn't believe it. The Howland players are like, are you kidding me? Logan Kuhn caught it. The senior wide receiver for Marlington. I got to tell you, if this was college or NFL, that might be at the booth.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he took 2 steps with the ball.
It was definitely a bang play there, but the official quickly motioned incomplete. It'll be third down and 10 from the 20, 8-10 remaining on the first half clock.
All right, 3rd and 10 for the Dukes. Here comes the play call. Still 30 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time here. They'll get lined back up. Walder will have Horn on his right side. Trips right, receiver to the left. 3rd down and 10 for the Dukes in Howland territory on about the 20-yard line. Still plenty of time on the play clock. The Howland crowd getting after it. Walder back to pass, throws a quick one for Connor Evanich. It's too high, goes over his head. And that pass sailed a little too high for even Cameron Evanich, who's a basketball star as well. Too much on that one.
Yeah, the second one that sailed a little bit on Walder over the intended receiver's hands. Decision time, though, for Coach Cardinal here. 4th and 10 at the Howland 20, 8:06 left on the first half clock. Looks like the offense is staying out there, but like we mentioned, Walder is the punter as well.
Walder is the punter, so could they drop him back and pooch kick it? They could, even though they're 20. But I think Coach Cardinal's going for this. 4th and 10 from the 20-yard line of Howland. Here comes Marlington. 4 wides, 2 to each side. Walder takes the snap, has a good pocket, taking a shot towards the end zone. It's a jump ball. It's going to be intercepted. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone by Howland. That is number 9 for the Tigers, who went up and got that ball.
Jason Irons.
Jason Irons went up and got that ball. And he had to jump for it. He did. And it was kind of a jump ball.
Mm-hmm.
They took a shot at the end zone. So a turnover with the interception by Walder. It'll be Howland's football, 1st and 10 now at the 20-yard line.
8 minutes left on the first half clock. If there is a consolation, the ball is where it would have been had it been incomplete, or if they would have punted it into the end zone. So no yardage change there.
From their own 20-yard line, Walder going to turn. It's going to be a counter to the running back. Is going to take it up over the 25, the 26. That was Hanzu. And almost a jet sweep counter action.
Yeah, gain of 6 there.
And we do not have a 56 on the roster.
Which is some scores coming up too from around the area.
7:30 left on the first half clock here. 2nd down and 4 for Howland Tigers.
Douglas takes the snap. Hands off to Hanzu, who's tackle behind the line. That's going to go for a loss. Good job of the defense there.
Yeah, taking advantage of that high snap. The high snap, Douglas brought it in, and by the time he handed it off to Hanzu, the defensive line was already in the backfield. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 8 here. 7 minutes left on the running clock in the first half.
All right, so here we go. On 3rd down, he turns, looks, throws it over his receiver's head. That was an errant pass by Douglas.
First incompletion on the night by Douglas. He's 2 for 3 for 30 yards, including a 19-yard touchdown pass to Carter Nielsen on the opening drive for the Tigers. But 4th and 8 here from their own 22-yard line, so the punter will come out.
So they will punt the ball. Carter Nielsen will punt it away from Howland. Back deep for Marlington is Cole Jones standing around his 45-yard line. And what do we have now?
Timeout, Howland.
A timeout by Howland. So Howland wants to take a timeout. Let's get you some scores from the Q92 Sports Network here. In the first quarter, last we had 13-13 between Alliance and Streetsboro. East Canton, after one quarter, is tied with Sandy Valley at 7. End of the first, Akron East is up 12-7 over Canton South. And now East Canton's taking the lead again. Let me see here. And East Canton leads Sandy Valley now 13-7. Orville up 14-0 over Canton Central Catholic. Some scores from around the area.
6:39 left here in Howland. 10-7 the Tigers lead here as they get ready to line up to punt this one away back to the Dukes.
So Marlington, they go for that on 4th down. They take the shot in the end zone. It's picked off. The score is still 10-7. Howland over Marlington, but the Dukes defense stands there, and they should still have real good field position. And now what do we have?
More whistles.
They've been busy.
Oh, too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field for Howland, so
Wow.
that's going to back them up 5 more yards. So again, Marlington's looking to get good field position here.
And that's after the Friends and Family Credit Union timeout.
Yes.
So that's not what you want to see if you're a Howland Tiger fan.
No, you don't want to come out of a timeout and have too many players on the field. That's something you don't think is going to happen. So, all right. So now Cole Jones standing at his 45-yard line awaiting the punt by Jack Lydian, who is now standing about his 5-yard line. 10-7. Howland on top of Marlington here in the second quarter. Low snap, but he gets the punt off. It's going to be fair caught around the 45, 46 maybe yard line. So, again, the Duke's going to get the ball back with great field position with 6:32 left to go in the first half, and they are currently down 10-7 to the Howland Tigers here. It's high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group all season long on the Q92 Sports Network. Thank you if you're watching on YouTube or if you are following us along and listening on the Q92 radiosports.com. We appreciate you. Glad to have you on. We're glad to be having all our games on YouTube this season for you, along with our live scoreboard that's on the screen the entire time you are listening. It's 1st and 10 for the Dukes. Here we go. Ball on their own 46-yard line. Trips right, receiver to the left. Walter in shotgun. Walter, quick pass. It's going to be a wide receiver screen blown up. Going to be he got away from a couple tacklers, and Bryce Jones took what should have been a 5 to 6 yard loss and got it back to a no gain, and I have no idea how he got out of that.
Yeah, he was dead right there in the backfield, but broke out of that, and they actually gave him a yard on that. So bring up 2nd and 9 here. About 6 minutes left here on the game clock here in the first half.
So 2nd down and 9 somehow. Walter back to pass, rolling out to his right, looking, throwing towards the sidelines. Got it to Evanich inside in Howland territory. They're going to mark him around the 49 or 48. I'll give him the 48 on that one. Another catch for Cameron Evanich. Great job to come back there. We've seen Tyler Walter rolled out to throw a few times tonight. He seems pretty comfortable doing it. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 on the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 4 for the Dukes. Trips left, receiver to the right. Walter now looks over. Still in at running back now. Blaze Horn for a 2nd straight series. I didn't see if anything's wrong with Dinah. They're just giving Horn some run. So we have another timeout by the Dukes. And this timeout brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Yeah, they were relying on Caden Dine there on the first couple drives, but Blaze Horn broke off that 34-yarder on their last possession. So Coach Cardinal rolling with the hot hand.
How about this? Louisville and Northwest, halftime already. Nothing. Already at halftime. It's 7:45. East Canton leads Sandy Valley now 21-7. So So East Canton. Boy, Spider Miller's got them off to a good start. I mean, I know there's plenty of time left in that game, but looking to get to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, one of the better starts that East Canton's had here in recent memory. But back to this one, the Dukes coming out 3rd down and 4.
3rd down and 4. Ball on the Howland 48-yard line. Walter in shotgun. Trips left, receiver to the right. Now Dine's back in there. They're going to switch Dine to the right side now of Walter. Howland crowd getting into it again. Walter. Quick throw to Evidence. That should be enough for the first down. He's still going 40 down to the 39-yard line. Evidence with another reception, getting the extra yards he needed as well. First down, move the chains for the Marlington Dukes.
Yeah, Marlington did receive the opening kickoff, so it will be Howland's ball to start the second half here. 5:05 on the clock here as they run it here after the first down.
First down and 10, ball on the 39-yard line of Howland. Here come the Dukes. Trips left, receiver to the right. They're going to turn, hand it off to Dine again. Dine going to take it to the 40, and that's going to be about it. He'll be tackled. Not much room in the interior for Dine on that play. That'll bring up second down. They're actually going to give him a little bit of a loss on that play.
Yeah, loss of 1 there brings up 2nd and 11 back at the 40, 4:30 on the running clock here. But yeah, Coach Cardinal mentioned the Howland linebackers in the pregame coaches corner, and they've definitely lived up to the hype.
Yes, they have. 2nd down and 11. Trips left, receiver to the right. Walter in shotgun, back to pass. Has a good pocket, now throws towards the sideline for Evans. Got it again. That's going to be enough for a first down as he'll get out of bounds around the 28-yard line. Good route, good throw delivery, good pocket by the offensive line. That was a good-looking play.
Yeah, a lot of good timing routes here that we've seen from the Dukes so far, and he's found evidence now 5 times so far this game. Great start by Tyler Walter.
Yes, Nevenich having a game. All right, here we go. First down and 10. Ball around the 28-yard line. Trips left, receiver to the right. Horn back in there. They're going to give Horn the ball. Horn takes it down inside the 25. They'll mark him down around maybe the 22, 23-yard line. Good run by Horn, the sophomore running back who has gotten some run here in the second quarter of this ball game. Has a couple good positive runs for the Dukes.
Yeah, very manageable 2nd and 5 here from the 23, 3:50 and counting on the first half game clock.
Under 4 to go here. 2nd down. Trips left, receiver right. Walter in shotgun. We have another stoppage. We have a timeout now by Howland. So both teams using their timeouts here in the first half. And this timeout is brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend to the family. So the situation is there is 3:40 left to go in the first half. Howland's on top 10-7. Marlington has it 2nd down and 5 on the 23-yard line of Howland. So that's going on right now here. Is what's been a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
But I feel it's been a fun game. It's been a good game by both teams. And you can tell both these teams want this game bad tonight because, like I said, 2-1 and 1-2 are two different things. And this is a point of the season where you're starting to see where your season's going.
Yeah.
In these next few weeks.
Yeah, and we've mentioned this is pretty much the end of out-of-conference play for
a lot of teams, not all, but for a good portion. You'll start to see league action next week. Well, obviously, the Federal League will start getting at it next week. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Walter takes the snap, turns, hands off to Horn again. Horn takes it inside the 20, down around the 19-yard line. That's going to set up a 3rd and short for the Dukes and Coach Cardinal.
Bringing in some bigger bodies there, the Dukes offense for this 3rd and 1 down just inside the 20. So they have entered the RG Drag red zone with 3:15 on the clock.
All right, 3rd down. Here they go. RG Drag red zone. They're in it. 3rd and short. Evidence running the Wildcat, takes the snap, dives forward. Should be enough for a first down as Evidence comes in here and does a little Wildcat action. Move the chains. Thanks to that run by Connor Evidence. Again, Marlington in the RG Drake red zone here late in the first half. The Dukes have it now 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Down 10-7 to Howland here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, first time that we saw the Wildcat look, and it looks like the
They're
Dukes
stay
are
in
going
it.
to stay in it. Yep.
Evidence now the Wildcat again. Sends a tight end from left to right. Turn, takes the snap, going to turn. Hand it off to his running back. I believe that's Dine, and Dine's going to get it down to right around the 15 is where they'll mark it with the clock running. I'm sure Coach Cardinal's fine with that right now. He'd like to pretty much run the clock down for the half if he could.
Yeah, now under 2:20 on the first half clock, with Howland getting the ball first to open the second half. Definitely don't want to give them too much time to try to double dip. So good offensive possession thus far for the Dukes.
Second down for the Dukes. Ball on the 15-yard line. Walter has 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. They turn. It's going to be a quick throw to his receivers. Got it to Jones. Jones tries to break a tackle. Take it down. Good way to fall forward. Down to the 10-yard line. That was a good Bryce Jones. Way to fall forward and get the extra yards. That'll bring up third down and short for the Dukes here.
Yeah, turned that gain of 2 or 3 into a gain of 5, setting up a very manageable third down and 2 from the 10-yard line as the clock is at 1:30 and counting.
1:30 and counting. Third down and 2 for the Dukes. Receiver to the left. They're going to come out. Cameron Evanich again here in the Wildcat formation. 2 tight ends, both to the left. Evanich going to try to run it himself, but they're going to string him out. He tries to get the corner. Did they mark him with enough for the first down? I think they did.
Yeah, down to about the 5 or 6 yard line is enough for the first down.
So first and goal from the 5 with the clock stopped. Marlington now trying to punch it in here late in the first half as they've gone to this Wildcat here in the red zone, and it's been effective. A good job by Evanich because he had to run his tail off to get the corner there.
Yeah, he used every bit of that 6'4" length to get around the defense there and get the first down. 1:12 on the clock.
Wildcat formation again. First and goal from the 5. Evanich going to take the snap. RPO. He's going to keep it himself. Going to try to get into the end zone, and he's barreling in, and he's in. Touchdown, Connor Evanich. 1 on the ground and 1 through the air. The Marlington Dukes take the lead late in the first half.
Yeah, great play call there by Coach Cardinal, giving Evanich an opportunity to kind of survey the defense, find the hole, go through that hole, and find the end zone here to take the lead with the extra point on the way.
Extra point coming up. The attempt by Lucas Williamson, the sophomore. He'll attempt to give Marlington a 4-point lead. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So your new score here with 1:06 left to go in the first half. The Marlington Dukes retake the lead. They're up 14-10 over Howland. This is high school football brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Howland High School here, where the Marlington Dukes have just retaken the lead very late in the first half. They're up now by a score of 14-10 over the Howland Tigers. After that 5-yard run by Cameron Evanich, who again is having a great game receiving and is now starting to add the rushing attack in the Wildcat to his repertoire here in this game. And kudos for Coach Cardinal switching to that once they got in the red zone and making the switch up to that. And I don't know if Howland was necessarily ready for that. As here is the kickoff by Williamson. It's going to be fielded by Howland at around the fumble, but then picked up around the 15-yard line, up over the 20, breaks a tackle, up over the 25, fumbles the ball, and I think it goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with Howland. Lucky there.
Yeah, De Niro on the return for the Tigers. We'll little struggles there going on to the football, but it will be Howland football here with 58 seconds remaining on the first half clock. Howland does have one timeout remaining.
Yeah, one timeout left. We'll see if they want to try to do anything offensively here, if they want to just run the clock out, get to halftime, and regroup because you're only down 4. And like you said, Howland gets the ball to start the second half. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Hanzu coming back out with their quarterback, Darren Douglas. Hanzu's had a good first half for Howland as well. Douglas will get lined up. It'll be 1st and 10 for Howland. Ball on their own 26-yard line. Douglas in shotgun. He's got Hanzu with him. They're going to turn, hand it off to Hanzu. Hanzu's going to take it up over the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. So they'll come out running the ball. And we have people falling down here. I don't know if that was pushing or shoving or just tripping over each other. Everyone seems okay.
No laundry on the field.
No laundry on the field.
40 seconds and counting on the first half clock.
Looks like Howland might be just content to run another play and get into halftime here. No real urgency here by Darren Douglas in the offense for Howland. He's going to come out here, twins to his left, receiver to his right. Douglas going to turn, hand it off to Hanzu again. Hanzu takes it up for a positive run. He gets it to around the 34-yard line. And will that be the last play of the first half?
Only 10 seconds and counting, and the Howland offense.
Yep, they're coming off the field. They're coming off the field, so there you go. We have now played 2 quarters of football. It's been a good one here. Future EBC rivals going at it here tonight in Howland High School, and after 2 quarters of football, the Marlington Dukes lead by a score of 14-10. So this is going to be a fun second half. This is a very close game. Both teams, again, playing pretty well. Just little penalty issues for both teams. But it's been a well-played first half, though, I thought. I've seen good things from both offenses. Hanzu is running hard as he's closing out his best game of the season by far. And Darren Douglas has impressed me a little bit as a quarterback for Howland.
Yeah, he's done some nice things through the air, on the ground. A few penalties called, a few of those nice plays back, unfortunately, for the Tigers. But, yeah, both offenses showing some good
they're just looking good here. So as we get ready for halftime here, again, your score is 14-10. All right, coming up here, we're going to send it back to our newsroom with our friends from AM 1310 WDPN. They're going to give you a look at the headlines for today. We'll come back. We'll get you a look at the scoreboard. We'll get you stats from the first half, some first half analysis, and we'll get you set for the second half of action. But we have played 2 quarters of football here in Howland, and it's been a fun one here. And your score at halftime is 14-10. Howland trails Marlington. This is high school football right here, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
For over 20 years, Pierce Motors has been your trusted, locally owned and operated auto repair shop, delivering ASE certified bumper-to-bumper service you can count on. From oil changes to engine repairs and diagnostics, we do it all with quality work at a fair price. Visit us at 170 East Main Street, Limaville, or call 330-821-7744 today and see why so many in the community rely on Pierce Motors.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
This is head coach Joe Cardinal from the Marlington Dukes. You're listening to high school football on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92 Sports Network.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A Canton woman who allegedly stabbed her daughter to death has been formally charged with the crime. Stark County grand jury indicted 49-year-old Terry Niner on charges of involuntary manslaughter and negligent assault. She was initially charged with murder, felonious assault, and domestic violence. In the July 10th incident at her home on 20th Street Northeast, Niner is accused of stabbing 30-year-old Ayla Mangan of Canton in the back during an argument. She later died of her injuries at Mercy Hospital. Grand jury declined to indict Niner's husband, who was charged with obstructing justice. Terry Niner is scheduled for arraignment September 12th in common pleas court. A Holmes County woman faces 7 counts, including aggravated murder, after an indictment by a Tuscarawas County grand jury. 40-year-old Ruth Miller is expected to be arraigned Monday in Tuscarawas County Common Pleas Court. Miller's 4-year-old son Vincent drowned in Atwood Lake August 23rd. Sheriff Orvis Campbell said the incident was the result of a religious delusion. Miller had driven a golf cart into the lake at the Marina West that morning with 4 of her children as passengers. The boy's body was found in the lake that night. 15-year-old daughter and twin 18-year-old sons got out of the water on their own. $3.7 million has been awarded in emergency shelter and support service grants for domestic violence victims and their dependents in Ohio. The State Office of Criminal Justice Service awarded the grants Wednesday. Alliance Area Domestic Violence Shelter will receive more than $39,000, while the Domestic Violence Project of Stark County will get $95,000. $40,000 will go to Catholic Charities Regional Agency of Columbiana County and $76,600 to Compass Family and Community Services of Mahoning County. The money covers the year ending June 30th, 2026. 2 lawsuits stemming from the 2023 train derailment in East Palestine have been transferred to Columbiana County Common Pleas Court. The cases were filed in Franklin County, but a change of venue was granted after a defendant argued the incident occurred in Columbiana County. Plaintiffs include area residents who opted out of a class action lawsuit settled in federal court, as well as some who opted in. The 52 defendants include Norfolk Southern, environmental cleanup companies, healthcare providers, and local governments, police and fire departments, and schools. They're accused of failing to protect the public or warn of the dangers presented by chemicals released after the accident. The suits also allege the wrongful deaths of 7 people after the derailment. A Massillon man arrested after a police chase across state lines Sunday night is set to appear in court on charges in West Virginia. A hearing for 41-year-old Van Jones is scheduled Thursday in Hancock County Magistrate Court. He's charged with fleeing, receiving stolen property, and driving with a suspended license. Jones is accused of leading a Columbiana County Sheriff's deputy and East Liverpool police officer on a pursuit in a stolen vehicle from Route 39 to the Chester exit across the state line on Route 30. After his extradition, he faces charges including robbery, strangulation, and intimidation. Jones also is charged with violating a protection order. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We've posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Youngstown Ursuline football game scheduled for tonight has been canceled. A federal lawsuit was filed this week against the school, administrators, coaching staff, and several members of the football team and their parents. It alleges a member of the team was physically and sexually assaulted by other team members. The incidents were recorded on videos shared in the team's group chat and were later sent to other students and the community at large. It also alleges a lack of proper investigation and a cover-up by administrators. The school says disciplinary action has been taken against some students most directly involved with the alleged incidents and says some other students involved had left the football program before any disciplinary action could be imposed. Farrell coach Amp Pegues said he was informed of the game's cancellation Thursday by Ursuline coach Dan Reardon. The city of Warren, a police officer, and a hospital are denying claims made in a federal lawsuit filed by a woman arrested after a miscarriage. Brittany Watts was charged with abuse of a corpse following a September 2023 incident. The grand jury later declined to indict her. The suit claims Watts went to St. Joseph Hospital after experiencing pain and bleeding at roughly 21 weeks of pregnancy. She alleges she was denied timely and appropriate medical care after being diagnosed with a condition known as placental abruption. Watts says she went home untreated and miscarried. She visited the hospital hospital a third time and accuses hospital staff and police of fabricating evidence against her, conspiring with a police detective to report her, and being interrogated. The city says the interrogation was consensual, and the hospital says Watts left the hospital twice against their advice. A Warren man is guilty of kidnapping and felonious assault. A jury in Trumbull County Common Police Court returned the verdict Thursday in the case of 64-year-old John Baker. He was acquitted of rape. On February 20th, Baker was accused of sexually assaulting a 70-year-old woman in Champion Township. The victim then locked herself in a bathroom. Baker was arrested after he was found in the woman's home. Police found a knife in the bedroom and noted stab marks on the bathroom door. A pre-sentence investigation will be conducted before he receives his sentence. A Detroit man was arrested after being stopped on I-80 in Portage County this week. 26-year-old Jalen Davis was charged with trafficking in meth and possession of a controlled substance. The sheriff's office says a package containing about 220 grams of methamphetamine was found by a canine officer. The car was stopped by deputies and the Portage Aggressive Crime Enforcement Unit for a minor traffic violation. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, increasingly cloudy skies with a low near 54. Tomorrow, a chance of morning showers. Clouds will gradually make way for mostly sunny skies, a high around 70. Saturday night, partly cloudy, cooler, a low of 46. Mostly sunny on Sunday, a high around 68. From the Q92 newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back here. It is halftime at Howland High School as the Howland Tigers marching band is performing right now. Your score 14-10 at halftime. Marlington is on top of Howland. Now let's take a look around the area with some scores around the Q92 Sports Network. Let's see what some teams are doing from around here. At halftime, the Minerva Lions up 14-0 over Akron Springfield. How about Coach Slates and the Minerva Lions looking to get their second win of the season and second in a row? That would be phenomenal if they can hold on to that one. Let me see here. Halftime, TCC up 7-0 over St. Thomas Aquinas. Halftime, Fairless and Claymont are tied at 0. No score in that game. The Hoover Vikings well on their way to being 3-0 as they are up 51-0 at half over Akron North. That'll be a running clock, obviously. Hoover going to be 3-0 to start the season. How about that? Let me see here. Tuslaw's up 14-7 over Caldwell. At half, the Akron East Dragons up 12-7 over Canton South. Perry up 13-0 on the road over Warren Harding at halftime. At halftime, the Alliance Aviators up 26-13 over the 2-0 Streetsboro Rockets. Halftime, Louisville and Northwest, no score there. Lake is up good over Rocky River right now, 27-7 in the second quarter. The Massillon Tigers are losing right now to the Robin GAP Eagles, 21-14. Let me see here. In the second quarter, Orville up 28-0 over Canton Central Catholic, as Canton Central trying to stop them falling to 0-3 on the season. The East Golden Bears are up 14-0 over Clearview at halftime. East Canton is up 21-7 over Sandy Valley. And Jackson trailing St. Francis right now. The Red Raiders by a score of 21-14 there. So Jackson, I believe there was a lot of rumors that Eckerman was going to be back tonight for Jackson. I don't know if, in fact, he did start for them tonight. Went back from injury, but Jackson trailing St. Francis 21-14. So that's a look at the scoreboard. We're going to take another break here, and we will come back. We'll get you some stats from the first half action as we are at halftime. Again, your score, Marlington 14, Howland 10. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back. Halftime continues here on the Q92 Sports Network. It is 14-10. Marlington is on top of Howland. Now let's turn it over to Derek Dimmitt. Derek, let's get some statistics for both teams for the first half.
Thank you, Christian. We'll start off with the host, the Howland Tigers. Quarterback Darren Douglas, 2 of 3 through the air, 30 yards. Does have a 19-yard touchdown pass. That went to Carter Nielsen for 19 yards. That was Nielsen's only catch, and he is their leading receiver. The bulk of the offense for the Tigers in the first half came on the legs of DeVay Hanzu. Hanzu, 14 rushes, 66 yards. We mentioned it earlier. He came in with 21 rushes and 62 yards. So in the first half tonight, he's already eclipsed his season total as we entered week 3. Also for Howland, a big 38-yard field goal off the foot of Jack Litton to, at that point, give Howland the lead. But Marlington able to take the lead before halftime. Looking over here at the Duke's stats, Freshman quarterback Tyler Walder, he is 10 of 15 for 128 yards, including a 53-yarder for a touchdown. That touchdown pass went to Cameron Evidence, who is the Duke's leading receiver. He has 5 receptions for 80 yards. Leading rusher for the Dukes is number 21, Blaze Horn. Horn has 43 yards on 4 rushes with a Duke's long run of 34 yards. Cameron Evidence there with under 2 minutes in the opening half did have a 5-yard quarterback keeper out of the Wildcat that we saw Coach Cardinal go to there late in the first half. And as Christian said, Marlington has the lead 14-10 here at halftime.
All right, there's your stats from the first half. We're going to take a timeout as the Howland band is finishing off basically right in front of us, in case you can't tell. We're going to take another timeout, get you back here, and we're going to get set here for the second half of action. As it's halftime, your score is still 14-10. Marlington is on top of Howland. This is high school football brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back here at Howland High School where halftime is just about over. The Dukes lead 14-10. Howland will get the ball to start the second half here, and it will become a beautiful night here in Howland High School. 60s, a little cloudy out there, but no rain or anything like that, so. And again, it was a good first half, interesting first half. And we're going to see what kind of adjustments these coaching staffs made here coming out of the second half. What Coach Cardinal comes up with for Marlington. What do they do? What do they try to do to slow down Hanzu?
Yeah.
Who was a bit of a problem in the first half for him. This is his best night running the ball of the season that he's had. And if I'm Howland, there's no reason I want to keep. There's no reason to quit feeding him the ball.
Yeah, you're only down to 4 here coming out of the half. It will be a big drive to open the second half for the Tigers, a chance to, retake the lead and kind of put the pressure back on Marlington. If you're Coach Cardinals, Dukes, you want to come out. You want to get that offense back out there. They had that nice time-sustained drive there to in the latter part of the first half. Touchdown drive, give you the lead heading into halftime, kind of keep some of that momentum through the halftime break. So, but yes, the weather's been perfect tonight, and really all 3 weeks to start the
We've
year.
been good.
We've been very lucky compared to some years in the past.
Yeah,
but
and not even the big heat and humidity
right.
that we've been used to. Back deep. Now, Howland will be going from right to left here. Back deep to return for the Howland Tigers. I'm trying to look down there. I got a nice little glare on me now. That's number 2. Anthony De Niro's back deep. I'm trying to see who's back there with him. I think it's Josh Jarvis.
Yeah, I
number
agree.
8.
I think that is number 8, Joshua Jarvis. De Niro, a junior. Jarvis, a senior.
All right, so Williams going to kick it off for. We are underway as Marlington kicks it off. Here he comes. De Niro up 25, up over the 30. Nice quick return. He gets it. They'll mark him down at the, 32, 33 yard, not 32. So they'll mark him, and that's where Howland will come back out. This quarterback, Darren Douglas, is running back DeVay Hanzu. And we'll see what they do. Like you said, only down 4. Just underway here in the second half.
Yeah, Douglas only 2 of 3 through the air so far, so we'll see if Howland, tries to incorporate the air game a little bit more here in the second half.
1st and 10. Ball is going to be marked on the 31-yard line, or maybe the 32. We'll see where they place it. It's right in the middle of the two. Just shy of the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Howland Tigers. Here they come out. Twins to the right, receiver to the left. Hanzu back there with the quarterback, Darren Douglas, on 1st and 10. They move the tight end to the left side. Douglas turns to give it up to Hanzu. Hanzu goes up the middle. We'll get it up to maybe the 34-yard line. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on that play as we're underway here in the second half. Marlington is up 14-10. So I changed the graphic to say third quarter. If you're watching on YouTube, you see we now have the live scoreboard that's on the screen with you while you listen all season long. So 2nd down and 9 for the Howland Tigers. Send a receiver in motion. They're going to do a jet sweep, end around. Here we go, up over the 40-yard line to the 41. Good gain on 2nd down. Carter Nielsen took that jet sweep. They've shown some jet action, but that was really kind of one of the first true jet sweeps they've run. They've run jet counters. It was one of the first true jet sweeps they tried.
Yeah, the first rush there by Nielsen. Second time he's touched the ball. But first time that we've seen more of a traditional jet sweep.
So it's going to be enough for a 1st down for Howland. They have the ball up on their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Twins right receiver to the left. Hanzu back there with the quarterback, Darren Douglas. Douglas takes the snap. It's going to be an RPO. He's going to keep it himself, try to get the corner. He turns on the speed, does 30, 45, 50 into Marlington territory. Slides out of bounds all the way down to around the 46-yard line. So again, it's like he's jogging, Derek, and when he sees it's time to get the corner, he turns on the jets, and you really can't catch up with him.
Yeah, on that one, Darren Douglas turned to at least fake the handoff to Hanzu, and Hanzu cut the other way, so he kind of hesitated there for a second, took it off to the right side, and was able to cut up field and get that 1st down.
So 1st and 10, Howland now in Marlington territory. Ball on the 46-yard line. They're going to give it to Hanzu. Hanzu wrapped up. They're going to be for a loss as the defense for Marlington. All kinds of penetration that time. That'll be a loss. It'll be 2nd down. They might have lost about 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, great stop by the Marlington defense here. 9:45 on the 3rd quarter game clock.
Clock running. This is Howland's first possession of the second half. They've got a couple 1st downs. They've got it in Marlington territory, but now 2nd down and 13. Douglas in shotgun. Douglas is going to throw this time. Back to pass. Throws towards the sideline. It's caught by his receiver. Down to around the 40-yard line. Might give him the 39. That was caught by Carter Nielsen. Good catch. A good run after the catch.
Yeah, nice gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and about 4, but very manageable for the Howland Tigers.
All right, 3rd and 4. Ball on the 40-yard line. They're in Marlington territory. Opening drive of the second half for the Howland Tigers. Marlington's up 14-10. Douglas looks over the defense. Twins right, receiver left. Hanzu's back there with him. Turns, hands it off to Hanzu, and he is stuffed again at the line. Great that's some good penetration again by Marlington's defensive line. Noah Seaborn, the senior, shedding his blocker and getting down there, and that's going to set up a fourth and pretty long. We'll see what the Tigers do here on fourth down.
Yeah, Hanzu, 3 rushes so far in the second half. A rush of 2 yards and then -3 and -2. So Coach Cardinal and the Dukes defense definitely honing in on the senior running back.
So fourth down. They look like they're lined up to punt, I believe. Hanzu might be their punter as well. At least it's lined up like he's going to be. No, they're going to go for it. They're going to turn. He's going to throw. He's got his receiver. It's going to be a first down. Inside the 30, still on his feet. Inside the 25, breaks away. Inside the 15. How about that? They went for it. They just threw it out in the flat to Carter Nielsen. It seemed like no one from Marlington really reacted to it or saw him.
Yeah, it was almost like they were expecting either a run or
punt.
Yeah, pooch punt.
Yeah.
And the Nielsen was able to go out there into the right flat, and he had a lot of daylight in front of him. Was able to break a tackle there down to the 16-yard line in the RG Drag red zone. 7:40 on the game clock.
All right, here we go. Turn off to Hanzu. Hanzu takes it down inside the 15, right around the 15. On that fourth down, you know, it's funny. They let their offense out there, but they were almost in this weird, like they weren't really showing their formation necessarily, and it almost looked like they were setting up Hanzu for a pooch punt, but then they ran a real play out of it.
Yeah, they were kind of somewhat of almost like a wishbone out of the shotgun, but yeah, not a traditional offensive formation here.
It is going to be second down and 8 on the 14-yard line. They turn in and up to Hanzu again. Hanzu goes forward, falls forward. So they're going to mark him maybe the 12 or 11-yard line. Again, first drive of the second half for Howland. They're on the move in the RG Drake red zone, trying to take this lead back with a fourth down conversion on this drive so far.
Bring up third down and 5 here, 6:30 on the third quarter game clock.
So getting things set up here. Here we go. Third down for Howland. They send their tight end from the left to the right side. Douglas in shotgun. Hanzu on his left hip. Now they send the tight end back to the left. Douglas turns. Going to be another jet sweep. Marlington has it snuffed out this time. That was Cameron Evernich coming up on defense to make the play as that jet sweep went absolutely nowhere. Fourth down, and it's going to be about 10 now, and it looks like they'll send in their field goal unit, and they have a legit field goal kicker. We've seen a few of them this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
The Lydian will come back in with a chance to cut this to a 1-point lead. Now what do we have? We have a timeout?
I'm not sure. There were a few whistles, but
no, they come back on the field. Yeah, there was a whistle. I don't know what. They said run the clock. So not sure if that was an equipment issue or what. But now on to kick for the Howland Tigers is Jack Lydian, the senior, 6'1", 180 pounds. He already has a 37-yard field goal kick in this game.
This one will be from about 33 yards.
So here we go. Snap is down. Kick is up. The kick is, wow. It is good, and that would have been good from a lot farther. So we just got a lot closer now as the third quarter rolls on. Your new score with 5:30 left to go in the third is 14-13. Marlington up, but only by 1. This is high school football. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back here at Howland High School where Howland just added a field goal with their first drive of the second half. They are now trailing Marlington by 1. It is 14-13 with Marlington about to get the ball here for the first time in the second half. Evanich is back deep to return for the Dukes. Evanich has a rushing and a reception touchdown today as his good start to the season continues. There is the kick. It's going to go out of bounds, but it was touched first, so I don't think that'll be a penalty.
Nobody brought the flag out here.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think the Duke returner was able to pull his hand back just in time.
Oh, okay. I thought he touched it and it went out of bounds off of him.
Yeah, it was very close, but the flag is out, and he'll bring the ball out here.
How about the leg on Lydian for Howland?
Yeah.
Those are 2 field goals. Now, I know the earlier one was a longer one, 37, but both kicks have been right down the middle, and those would have been good from way further.
Yeah, definitely from 40-plus yards on both of them. And like you said, they weren't cheap chip shots.
No, you see some high school kickers, and they're spinning, and you wonder if they're going to make it. Like, his kicks are really good. All right, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Walder now out here for the Dukes. Ready to go on 1st and 10. Trips left, receiver to his right. Takes a snap. Hands it off to the sophomore. Takes it up over the 40, up over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Blaze Horn, the sophomore. Another positive run for Marlington. That's going to be enough for a first down as they're taking it out near midfield on this quick-moving third quarter. That drive by Howland to start the second half took more than half the clock away.
Yeah, here as we'll come down near 5 minutes on the third quarter clock. But real quick, Blaze Horn, 54 yards on 5 rushes for the Dukes.
Didn't even get into the second quarter. 1st and 10 now, ball on the 46-yard line. Walder in shotgun. He's got Trips left, receiver to his right. Now he looks things over. He's got the play in. Walder takes the snap. Pressure coming. Walder rolling out to his left. They're chasing him. Are they going to get him? He gets away from the first. We got a flag, though. Probably going to be holding. That's back there with the offensive lineman. It's going to be, in fact, holding on Marlington. So that's going to back them up 10 yards. It's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Dukes. As when he was scrambling, trying to save his quarterback from getting killed, one of the linemen held a little bit.
Yeah, there's probably no such thing as a good penalty, but sometimes, save your quarterback from getting crushed. So, we'll take the loss. But remains first down. We'll bring them back here. Oh.
What are the fans upset about?
I
don't know what the Howland fans are upset about. Is a penalty on Marlington.
Yeah.
Right. That's going to back them up. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 20. The ball now placed on the 35-yard line. Here come the Dukes. They're going to come out 4 wide, 2 to each side. Walder in shotgun. Back to pass, rolling out. Looking, throwing deep, looking for Salyers. That is incomplete. As safety was coming over top to help out on that play. Took a shot. It's a good throw, but couldn't be taken in by Malcolm Salyers, who had defenders near him. 2nd down and 20 for the Dukes.
Yeah, a lot in the first half, it seemed like Walder was rolling out to his right. These past 2 passing plays, he was been rolling out to his left, so something to keep an eye on here as this game progresses.
Marlington up 14-13. The Dukes have the ball at 2nd down and 20 from their own 35-yard line. Walder in shotgun. Twins to each side. Horn with him in shotgun. 15 still on the play clock. Both teams tonight 1-1 on the season. Walder now gets everyone set. Puts Horn on his right hip. Walden back to pass. Marlington only rushes 3. Walden looking, running, pointing, now throws across the field. Got it to his receiver. Oh, it's going to be dropped. Bryce Jones had it. He got hit by the defender from Howland, and the ball came out incomplete pass. Good stick by the defense for Howland.
Yeah, that's the second one that almost looked like a reception, but the defender able to come in and dislodge the ball before the completion was confirmed. 4:27 on the third quarter game clock.
All right, here we go. It's now 3rd and 20 for the Dukes. That holding penalty really hurting them now as this drive had some momentum. Trips left, receiver to the right. Horn in shotgun next to the quarterback, Walter. He looks over the defense. Howland showing blitz. Still 10 seconds on the play clock. Some shifting by the Howland defense. 4 seconds. Walter needs to snap it. I think we got movement on the offense. That crowd got rowdy for Howland, and we're going to have another penalty on the Dukes.
Yeah,
That's going to back them up 5 more yards and make it 3rd down and 25 for the Dukes. This once promising drive, unfortunately, thanks to penalties, has really been stifled.
Yeah, now you're maybe more worried about field position as you look to possibly punt the ball away here. So interesting opportunity here for the Dukes.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 25. What do you call here? Trips left, receiver to the right. Walter in shotgun. Back to pass. Howland's blitzing. They're setting up a screen for Horn. They got it to him, but nowhere to go. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Penalties destroy that drive for the Dukes, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, Walter took a hit there after he let go of that. He was kind of looking at the ref, kind of hoping, but you might get that in the NFL by looking at the official, but not here at the high school level. 4th down and 20 for the Dukes.
All right, so the Dukes to punt it away. Standing back to return it. They have 2 back for Howland. Josh Jarvis, Anthony De Niro are both back there. The punt lands, fielded around the 36-yard line by Howland. It's De Niro trying to get to the corner, up to the 35, up to the 40, up to the 45, near midfield, and we have a late flag again. We'll have to see what that call is, but as of right now, the Tigers going to have the ball near midfield, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Yeah, it looked like either a blindside block or a block in the back, so I think this one will be coming back a little bit, giving the Tigers, blindside block, personal foul, so 15-yard penalty. It'll be Howland ball. We'll see where they're marking it.
This one is going to go against the Tigers.
That's against the Tigers. And it'll back them up. They're going to walk off the penalty now, and it's a big one. As they're going to walk this one all the way back to the 30.
About 36? Or
might be the 35, it looks like they're going to be. But yeah, mark it off the 15 yards.
4:08 on the 3rd quarter clock.
Right at the 35-yard line is where they put it. So here comes Howland, 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line, down 14-13, but with the ball here in the 3rd quarter. Douglas turns, hands off to Hondu, but that's a fumble, and Marlington jumped on it. There was a fumbled handoff between Darren Douglas and David Hanzu, and the Dukes jump on it. The first turnover of the game for Howland. Marlington in business now in Howland territory.
Yeah, Gavin Zamigius jumped on that ball there, going with the run pass option. Hanzu thought Douglas was going to pull it back. Douglas let go of the ball, and the Dukes were there to hop on it. And after that penalty on the return, sets the Dukes up here at the Howland 31-yard line.
All right, the Dukes in business now. 1st and 10, ball on the Howland 31-yard line. Walter back out there. As Howland showing blitz, they've been blitz heavy in this ball game. They've sent backers and DBs a lot. Here we go, 1st and 10. Walter turns, going to hand it off to Horn. Horn hit behind the line, breaks away somehow. There he goes, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Horn all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Marlington. How about that run by the sophomore Blaze Horn, who should have been tackled for a 3-yard loss?
Yeah, turned it into a 30-yard gain right on the doorstep of the end zone in the RG Drag red zone.
Marlington now 1st and goal, and it looks like they might be going back to the Evanich Wildcat formation that worked for them late in the first half. The Dukes now 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. It is going to be the Wildcat. Dines back there with Evanich. He'll be at quarterback right now. They send the tight end in motion. They take the snap. Evanich going to keep it himself, dive towards the end zone. I don't believe he got in on this one.
Nope, marked just shy
It'll be
here.
short of the goal lines. Will be second down and goal from less than a yard away here in the third quarter.
Marlington looking to expand on that 14-13 lead here as we have an injured Tiger on the field. 3:07 left on the third quarter clock.
3:07 left. I don't know if that's Hanzu coming off. No, that's not Hanzu. That's number 28 for the Howland. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can't see who's down there right now. I thought it was 28, but he's already up and on the sideline. So, yeah, player is down. They're checking on him right now, the training staff. Boy, how about that turn? What a swing of events in this third quarter that Howland was having a good third quarter. And that miscue on the RPO and the big run by the sophomore Horn. And just like that, here's Marlington knocking on the door.
Yeah, Blaze Horn first rush of the game was 34 yards. That one that's setting up this Duke's drive here in goal to go situation, a 30-yarder. So the sophomore running back doing some big chunk plays on the ground.
Coach Cardinal getting some big contributions from his freshman quarterback that's been here all season, but now tonight in particular with his sophomore tailback who's come in here and had some big runs. And honestly, that should have been a loss of 3.
Right, yeah, they had him wrapped up, and he was able to squeak out of that and bounce out to the left and then cut up field. But you mentioned with the sophomore running back, but the 2 top wide receivers for the freshman quarterback are juniors. So this Duke's team is going to bring a lot back next year.
The injured player is number 12 for Howland, and he is coming off. I'll have to find his name.
Cohen Yeager.
Yeager coming off and walking very gingerly, needing help to be walked off the field. Looks to be a leg injury. All right, here we go. Second and goal, back in the Wildcat. This time they hand it off to Dine. Dine goes towards the end zone, and they say no. They stopped him again. So the Howland defense coming up strong here on second and goal.
Yeah, you get down in these goal-to-go situations and still in the Wildcat or in a shotgun formation instead of getting up under center. You know, the Eagles opened the NFL season last night, famous for the tush push, but 2:30 left on the game clock.
Third and goal for the Dukes. They're back in the Wildcat formation. Tight end goes from left to center. Evanich going to call his own number, look for a gap to get in. He does a spin move. He falls backwards and in the end zone. Connor Evanich, his second rushing touchdown of the night. The Dukes increase their lead here in the third quarter.
Injured Tiger on the play.
Another injured player for Howland. As Cameron Evanich took it to the right side and took the hit, did a spin move and just fell backwards as they came up and hit him before the goal line. But
yeah, got a little help there from, I don't know if it was a lineman or another wide receiver, but kind of gave Evanich a little bit of a push here as Evanich, a little ginger, coming towards the sideline.
So I think it's just a cramp this time. Those are some very inexperienced trainers. So I think they were messing with his leg, his teammates were, but trying to see the number on who that is injured for Howland, but they're still working on him right now. But, yeah, Connor Evanich now 2 rushing touchdowns to go along with his touchdown reception. He is having a night, having a season, having a career at Marlington. And obviously not just on the football field. He is a multi-sport athlete, a starter on the basketball team since his freshman year. Big part of what Marlington does. Obviously, his father's the head coach there, but just a really, really good athlete. In Cameron Evanich, and he has shown what he means to this Marlington team and what he can do. And he can help this team in a lot of ways. He's even helped him on defense tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple of big stops on the defense. And like Coach Cardinal I talked to him obviously in the coach's corner, but a little bit before and after. He does a lot on the field, but he's also a very good student at Marlington.
And he's getting some scouts are starting to poke around a little bit about Cameron Evanich too in his junior year. So interesting. He might be setting himself up for a really good future. We'll get you some scores while we have a moment. Let me see here. Louisville is up 10-3 over Northwest with 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter of that game. Orville now up 28-7 over Canton Central Catholic. Let me see here. Canton South 13, Akron East 12. Alliance, last we heard, up 26-13 over Streetsboro. 26-14, East Canton leads Sandy Valley. And last we heard, 13-0. Perry up over Harding as Perry looking to try to get to 3-0 on the season. That's number 28 for Howland. Now I see him sitting up. He is standing up now, as I believe that was a cramp issue.
To Delmar Cox, the freshman linebacker.
And again, I know cramps aren't serious injuries, but that don't mean they don't hurt like hell.
Oh, yeah.
And as you can see, he's still walking gingerly.
Yeah, hopefully.
Off the field for that one. So that cramp is not even let up yet. He's coming off the field, and now here comes Marlington on to kick the extra point. Lucas Williamson will be attempting it, trying to give Marlington an 8-point lead here. Down, kick is up. Kick is blocked. The extra point is blocked. So it's going to stay 20-13. And remember that, because now it's only a 7-point lead for the Dukes. That big play by special teams could come back to haunt the Marlington Dukes. Howland's going to get it back. They're down 20-13 late in the third quarter. That's your score. This is high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, welcome back as we are about to kick things off here. Marlington went down, took advantage of the turnover by Howland and got a touchdown by Cameron Everidge. Extra point was blocked. Now Howland about to get the ball back down by 7. There is the kick. It's going to be fielded around the 22-yard line by Howland, up over the 30, return up to the 35, to the 36, and that's where he will be stopped. Return by number 21 for Howland.
Tamara Cox on the return there for the Tigers. 36-yard line of Howland here. 2:12 left in the third quarter.
All right, so Howland, after that turnover, giving up that touchdown, needs to come back and get things going here, but they have good field position with the ball on their own 36-yard line. Howland going right to left here. Like I said, this beautiful evening here in Howland, Ohio. Future EBC matchup here between the Howland Tigers and the Marlington Dukes. Of course, Howland joining the EBC in football next year. Douglas Turns going to hand it off to their running back. Hanzu takes it up over the 35. He'll get up to the 39-yard line. It's about 3 yards on that game.
Helmet
There's
came
another
off
player
there.
down for Howland. That is Hanzu. He's sitting up. I wonder if he's cramping too. A little weird to see his cramps start because it's not really a humid night.
No, like you said, now that the sun's down, probably in the mid to upper 60s. The wind has died down though here as the game's worn on, but 20-14 Marlington lead, 1:55 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, so they're stretching out Hanzu right now as as cramping is becoming an issue for the Howland Tigers here. We'll have to see who's going to come in at running back for at least one play, maybe a couple, depending on how bad that cramp is for the Howland Tigers. Your score, 20-13. All 3 touchdowns scored by Cameron Evans tonight for the Marlington Dukes.
Yeah, the first one, 53 yards through the air from Walder to Evanich. That was a 53 catch and run. And then a 5-yard rush and a 1-yard rush out of that Wildcat formation that we saw Coach Cardinal go to late in the second quarter, and then on this goal-to-go situation here in the third.
So Hanzu is going to come off the field now. Looks to be a cramp, so I'm sure he'll be back in.
Attention fans, please remember that smoking, vaping, and e-cigarettes are not permitted.
I think coming in for Howland now will be number 27.
Thank you for all your cooperation and for helping us keep the game day experience enjoyable for everyone. Make it a great night.
Now into the ball game. There's no vaping in here, if you heard that. Douglas going to turn and hand it off to Anthony De Niro, and he is thrown back for a huge loss by the Marlington Duke defense.
Yeah, that was Tyler Klein, the linebacker for the Dukes, the junior.
And we have another player down for Howland.
Yeah.
And we have a Tiger shaken up.
Boy, it seems like every play there's someone injured for Howland now after the play. This third quarter was going along really fast, but lately the injuries have really brought kind of the flow of this game to a halt.
Yeah, that's the third injury here in the quarter for Howland on back-to-back plays here on this, facing a 3rd down and 14 after the
another
injury
cramp
timeout. Yeah, stretching out the
another player, another cramp. Again, just a little confusing. Obviously, cramps happen, but not muggy, not super hot. But these Howland players, they get the orange slices out here.
Yeah. Halftime snack.
As now he's up, and Anthony De Niro coming off the field as he's suffering from a cramp.
And De Niro on the defensive side for Howland has been tasked with guarding Evanich one-on-one.
He's been busy.
So he's had quite the night.
In at tailback is number 27, Andrew Taylor. He is a sophomore. He's come in for Hanzu, who is out with cramps at the moment. I'm sure he'll be back in, though. Center receiver in motion now. Douglas back to pass on 3rd down. Looking, wants to take a shot. He's got a receiver deep. It is caught. It is caught. It's going to be 1st and goal. Howland, as Douglas took a huge shot down to Carter Nielsen, who got behind the defenders for Marlington. 1st and goal in the R.G. Drake red zone for the Tigers. That's the 2nd long pass that Douglas has delivered tonight.
Yeah, that one from 61 yards there on the 3rd and long puts them in the RG Drake red zone here as we dip under 1 minute on the 3rd quarter play game clock.
So how about that big play by the Howland Tigers? 1st and goal now. Ball on the 6-yard line. After that deep pass, Darren Douglas, the junior quarterback, has looked really good at times here. Again, Andrew Taylor in at running back. Hanzu out with cramps. Douglas turns. He's going to call his own number. He's going to take it inside the 5, be tackled right around the 5-yard line. Not much doing there as he tried to get the corner to get in the end zone for a touchdown.
Bryce Jones on the stop for the Dukes there. That may have been the last play of the 3rd quarter here. 15 on the game clock, 30 on the play clock.
So we'll see if Howland wants to rush or just let the quarter end and come back and make sure we got the right play call on the other end. It looks like they are going to let it end. All right. We are through 3 quarters of football. Your score right now is Marlington 20-13, but it's going to be 2nd and goal for Howland when we come back to start the 4th quarter. This is high school football, brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group here on the Q92 Sports Network.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back here about to start the 4th quarter. It's getting really interesting right now. Currently, Marlington is up 20-13, but Howland has its 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, they lost a few there on that 1st and goal play, but 2nd goal and an opportunity to possibly knot this one up.
And Hanzu back on the field, returning from the cramps, so they got their big tailback back out there now for 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Here we go. First play of the fourth quarter. Douglas in shotgun. Takes it, turns, fakes the handoff. He's rolling out to his right. He's looking. Pump fakes. Now going to try to run it in from the 5-yard line. Dives towards the end zone. He will not get in, but it's going to be third down and goal from about the 1-yard line. Bryce Jones with the tackle on that play. Good job. Good run there by the quarterback, Douglas, who they want to get out rolling out in space to give him that option to throw it or run. I don't blame you. He's an athletic quarterback. Here we go. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. They're going under center now. They're trying the tush push, and it works. Touchdown, Howland. Darren Douglas takes it in from 1 yard out, and the Howland Tigers are 1 point away from tying this ball game up. And now that blocked extra point that Marlington had in the third quarter might be coming back to bite them.
Yeah, it would.
That's a 6-play, 64-yard drive.
So Howland now is an extra point away from tying this ball game up with Jack Lydian, who's been perfect tonight so far. Is there a flag on the field? Or no, it's someone's gloves. All right, Lydian on to attempt the extra point to tie this game at 20. Down. Kick is up. Kick is good. So just like that, we start the fourth quarter, and now we've got a tie ball game. Your new score is 20-all with 11:29 left to go in this ball game. We'll be back with the kickoff. It's high school football here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back here where Marlington's about to get the ball back. We are all tied up at 20 after that touchdown by the Howland Tigers. It's been a fun game here tonight, Derek, and it looks like it's going to have a fun ending.
Yeah, it's been back and forth all game long. And now Marlington an opportunity to answer back here after Howland knots it up here. 11:29 remaining in regulation here. Score 20-20.
Connor Evanich, the deep man, back to return that kick. Lydian will be kicking off for Howland. Marlington will be going right to left here. Again, whether you're a fan of Marlington or Howland, we appreciate you guys tuning us in this morning or this evening. Check out this game. Lydian gets the signal, all set, ready to go, and here we go with the kickoff. Lydian kicks it deep. Evanich running over. You'll let one of his up men take it. That's Jones at the 15, up over the 20. 25, cuts back again, gets to maybe the 26-yard line. And that is where the Dukes will come out now with the ball tied up here at 20 apiece in the fourth quarter.
We've talked about it a lot tonight. Marlington with the freshman quarterback, Tyler Walder. But here he is, game knotted at 20. You're on the road, a pivotal game, even though we are early in the year. Both teams 1-1. Looking for the opportunity to go 2-1. Big drive for the young man.
All right, here comes that freshman quarterback. He's back out there. Horn's back out there as well, the sophomore running back who's had a great game. We have a timeout by Howland before the series even starts.
Late substitution. We've had these injuries. Maybe someone, not out there that should be for one of these injured players that Howland's had here in the second half, burnt timeout here.
I was going to say,
in the fourth quarter.
Early in the fourth quarter in a game this close, you hate to have to waste a timeout over something like that, but they had to. Had to make sure they had the right personnel out there, and you're right, with all the cramping they've had for Howland. Might be someone didn't know they were supposed to be out there filling in. Maybe they didn't know that he wasn't going back in the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
But they got it hopefully figured out now here.
Yeah, earlier in the game, Howland had a penalty, too many men on the field coming out of a timeout. So there's been some substitution issues for the Tigers this evening.
Again, these teams will play again next year as Howland is coming to the EBC conference starting in 2026. 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. I'm sorry, that's the 27-yard line. What's wrong with me? Walter in shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick throws. Got it to his receiver. That's going to be Logan Kuhn who catches it, but that's actually going to be for a loss as he fell down, so he's instantly down. Clock running. 2nd down. That's about a loss of 3 yards, Derek.
Yeah, maybe it would have been better off just to let that one fall through your hands, but you see the ball coming, and as a receiver, your instinct is to catch it. But, yeah, brings up 2nd down and 13 now, just under 11 minutes on the 4th quarter game clock.
All right, 2nd down and about 13. Walter in shotgun, trips left, receiver to the right. You hear the Howland crowd getting into it now. 10 seconds on the play clock. Walter takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his left. Looking, throws out towards the sideline to Salyers, who has it around the 31, and that's going to be it. I'm sorry, Cole Jones caught that. I'm sorry. So catch by Cole Jones, but that'll get it to up to around the 31-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and long for the Dukes here in the 4th quarter, tied at 20.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6 here, 10-15 on the game clock here as it's running.
Walter will come out, same formation, trips right, receiver left. Horn's going to be in the backfield with him. Howland crowd getting excited again. Howland showing blitz. Walter back to pass. Blitz is coming. Walter hangs in the pocket, throws it to his receiver. Evidence, it's caught. 45-50, 45-40. He could be gone. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marlington. Touchdown, Connor Evanich. What a night he's having. What a throw by the freshman quarterback.
A 69-yard catch and run for the Dukes touchdown. Cameron Evanich catch and run there. We talked as they were coming out about a big opportunity for the Dukes offense, especially with the young freshman quarterback, and he proved he was up for the task.
What an absolute monster evening Cameron Evanich is having. As Lucas Williamson on for the extra point. Last one was blocked. Trying to give Marlington a 7-point lead again here in the 4th quarter. Snap is down. Oh, it's a bad snap, and they have to roll out. Looking to throw it to anybody is Cole Jones. Now he's going to try to run it in himself, and he will not. So another extra point error on a bad low snap. And it's only a 6-point lead now for the Marlington Dukes. They're up 26-20 with 9:36 left to go in this ball game. That's 2 special teams snafus on the extra point now, and that's 2 points.
Yeah.
They've lost because of it.
2 very big points here. 26-20 lead for Marlington, but you take away these 2 mishaps on the past 2 extra point attempts, and it would be a 28-20 game potentially. So a big opportunity for Howland to get their offense back out there and try to answer right back.
So Cameron Evanich has 4 touchdowns today. 2 receiving, 2 rushing. And that was a beautiful route. But I got to tell you, that freshman quarterback, Tyler Walter, put that ball exactly where it needed to be. Cameron did not even have to break stride in his route.
Not at all. And as you said, he was Walter was facing some defensive pressure there, as he has multiple times tonight. Howland has brought blitzes, but he's done a great job of hanging in there and letting the play progress.
That was a big boy play there. You're right. He hung in the pocket. Pressure was all around him. He stood strong, waited for that route to open, delivered a strike. Like I said, Cameron Evanich didn't even have to break stride. As here's the kickoff as Howland's about to get the ball back here. He'll bounce around, be taken around the 15, up over the 20. 25, cuts up over the 30, over the 40. Good field position for Howland. They'll have it around the 43-yard line. This exciting back and forth game continues here in the 4th quarter. Howland now will come out with it. Down by 6 in the 4th quarter.
9:30 left on that regulation clock. A lot of time, but also not a lot of time.
Keep in mind, only down 6 is Howland now. And they just scored on their last drive with another big pass from Darren Douglas setting it up. So here come the Howland Tigers. They're down 26-20 here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 43, their own 43-yard line. Douglas in the shotgun, Hanzu on his right hip. They take the snap. Hand it off to Hanzu, who falls down, slips. Going to be a loss back to the 40-yard line as the turf monster got him there. And he's down again, and Hanzu is cramping again as this cramping continues for Howland.
Yeah, you wonder if it was the cramp that, reared its ugly head again as he took that handoff. But yes, a loss of 3 to open up this drive for the Tigers.
I think that's exactly what happened, Derek. I think as soon as he got the handoff, he cramped again and just fell down. He couldn't run.
Yeah, he went right down. But good job to hang on to the football through that cramp and not give Marlington an opportunity to recover. But 9:21 left in regulation. Marlington 26, Howland 20.
Andrew Taylor, number 27, came in last series to run some tailback for Howland. And it looks like he might have to come back in now because I got to take Hanzu out again for the second time. And for the about 4th time tonight, the game's been stopped by Howland players cramping.
Yeah, just all that here in the second half as well. So, yes, very injury lengthened second half here, but a great game all night, and it's shaping up to be a great finish here.
As they're helping Hanzu up to his feet again, they'll walk him off the field. As again, another cramping issue. We have a final. Louisville 10-3 over Northwest. Louisville 3-0.
Great start.
And they'll be in Marlington. Take on the Dukes next week. That'll be on our sister station, AM 1310 WDPN. So we'll get to see Louisville again. All right, here we go. Actually, now in at tailback is number 28, Delmar Cox, the freshman.
Jet sweep.
As they're going to hand off a jet sweep to their wide receiver, Carter Nielsen. And they're going to say fumble. They're saying the ball came out. Marlington's saying they have it, and I think they're going to give it to them. They do. So a late fumble. Interesting. It happened very late in the play. Marlington saying that they had it. And then the officials come in. The back judge comes in and says, yes, second fumble of the second half for Howland. Huge turnover. Marlington takes over 1st and 10, and they're going to start in Howland territory.
Yeah, last time it was a fumble on an RPO. This one on the jet sweep on the tackle. They were able to rip the ball out of there. 9:04 left in regulation. Marlington looking to extend that 6-point lead here.
All right, so here come the Dukes. 1st and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. Walter in shotgun. He's got Blaze Horn with him. 2 wide receivers to each side. Marlington turns. They hand it off to Horn. No, it's going to keep it. Walter's going to keep it himself, and he's going to go down for a big loss all the way back to near midfield. The RPO, he decided to keep it, and that was not the right decision, unfortunately, for the Dukes offense.
Yeah, 3 Tigers came in there and were able to get Walter down there for the loss of 6. 2nd down and 16 out near midfield at the Howland 49. 8:30 on the game clock.
2nd down and 16. 6-yard loss for the Dukes. They'll come out now on 2nd down and 16. Ball on the 49-yard line of Howland. Trips right. Receiver to the left. Walter in shotgun. Quick wide receiver screen to Cameron Evernich. He cuts back a couple times, still on his feet. Now he'll be tackled, but back on the other side of the 50 is this drive is going the wrong direction, Derek. In a drive, I'm sure Coach Cardinal wanted to run a lot of clock and maybe get another score here. But it's quickly coming apart as another Howland player is down. He gets up, though.
Yeah, 3rd down and 18, 7:45 on that running game clock here in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. 3rd down, 17. Walter in shotgun, back on the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. Walter in shotgun, got 4 wides, three to the left, 1 to the right. They got to get it all the way down to the Howland 33-yard line for a 1st down. They're going to roll out. Walter looking, now settles back in the pocket, rolls back to his right, Looking, throws the ball, was looking for Evanich. Did he catch that in bounds? I said, no, he did not. Incomplete pass.
Trying to tightrope there on the Duke sideline, but had the foot in the white sideline.
Flag on the play, though. A late flag, and it's back in the defensive backfield, so hold on. Let's see what the call is. It was way back at the 30-yard line of the defensive backfield is where it was thrown. Waiting for the lead official, head official to come up here and tell us. Pass interference on Howland.
Pass interference.
Wow.
So how about that? That penalty helps out the Dukes tremendously. And what would have been a 4th and 16 now is going to take the ball all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and what, 3?
Yeah, 3rd and long 2 or short 3. But yeah, big flag there on the Howland Tigers sets the Dukes up.
So here we go, and they're going back to the Wildcat offense. Evanich now lining up a quarterback. Evanich going to keep it himself, try the right side, gets it all the way to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Are you kidding me? On 3rd and 3, Evanich in the Wildcat around the right side. He got around everybody because they blitzed inside. No one had contained. He got outside and scored. Again, touchdown number 5 for Cameron Evanich.
Have yourself a night.
Wow.
7:07 left on the game clock. The Dukes looking like they may go for 2 here to try to extend the lead.
Yeah, they're going to go swinging gate, but Evanich is going to be the quarterback of this swinging gate as more players line up. That's going to be a flag. Absolutely. I don't know what they were thinking hiking the ball there when players were still running on the field. False start. Boy, not what you wanted if you're Coach Cardinal.
Yeah,
I understand wanting the 2-point conversion to make it a 14-point lead, but you had players running on. I don't know why the center would have snapped that ball at that point.
Yeah, that's one you want back. So you bring it back 5 yards, so you'll be at the 8-yard line here for the likely still a 2-point conversion attempt. We'll see if they come out maybe in a more traditional look here.
See what they're going to do. They're going to come out here. Yeah, they are, in fact. Walter is in shotgun now. Twins to each side. Dine the running back. This is the 2-point conversion for Marlington, trying to make it a 2-score game. They want to go up by 14. It's a 2-score game now, but they want to go up by 14. And now I think after that, they're going to have to call a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Cardinal wants to make sure that everyone's on the same page here. That is only their first timeout used here in the second half, so they still have 2 remaining. But Friends and Family Credit Union timeout here with the 2-point conversion.
It's time to bring a friend of the family. And, Derek, I can't remember an individual performance I've seen in person like this in quite some time.
Yeah, he's done it all. And like you said, we've talked a lot about his offensive numbers, but he's had some great defensive stops coming up into the backfield, stopping the running back before he can make it even to the line. But, yeah, Cameron Evanich, you think you've seen it all from him, and then he comes out and does something like this.
If you were playing high school fantasy football and you had Cameron Evanich on your team, you won.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here comes a big 2-point conversion now for the Marlington Dukes. They're going to come out. Twins to each side. Horn and shotgun with Walter, the quarterback. Walter back to pass, the 2-point conversion. Pump fakes, throws it in the end zone, dropped. Was looking for Cole Jones coming on a slant. Falls incomplete. Now, Marlington is up. They're up 12, 32-20. And there's still 7:07 left in this game. We're going to take a timeout. That's your new score, 32-20. Marlington on top of Howland here on the Q92 Sports Network.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Cameron Evidence Show here at Howland as the junior wide receiver. 5 touchdowns tonight, 3 rushing, 2 receiving. He's made defensive plays as well. I've seen a lot of great play by their freshman quarterback, Tyler Walder, as well. Man, another final. Oroville beats Canton Central 28-7 as we're kicking it off here. Howland to get the ball back. Here they come on the return at the 20. 25, trying to get the corner up around the 30. He's got it, 35, 40, 45, up to the 47-yard line before he's run out of bounds. Strong return there by number 2, Anthony De Niro. So good field position for Howland here, down by 12. But there's still 7 minutes left in this ball game, and they're going to start pretty much at midfield here. They are going to start at midfield with this drive. So that good special teams play helps Howland here, but they got to get to work.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we see Howland go to the air. We've seen a couple big passes from Darren Douglas here in the second half. Interesting to see if they go that route here.
All right, here we go. Howland 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. Douglas turns, hands off to Hanzu. Hanzu inside the 50 into Marlington territory. He'll be stopped at the 47-yard line. As one of the linemen for Howland's very upset that he thought he was pushed a little later than he should have been.
Play clock at 6:30 and counting here as Howland comes out for their 2nd down and 7 play.
2nd down, 7. Ball on the Marlington 47-yard line. Douglas sends a tight end to the left side. He's going to roll back to throw. Douglas has all kinds of pressure. Douglas rolling to his right. Douglas still rolling and throws at the last second to avoid the sack.
I don't see a
incomplete
receiver.
Pass. Yeah, that's what Cameron Everditch was calling. He was saying there was no receiver down there. That they should throw a flag.
And
the officials are talking about it. I don't see a flag anywhere.
Oh, here we are. I do see one.
Did they throw one?
Yeah, right down here about the 46-yard line by where Coach Jones is standing.
Okay, so they did throw it. We'll see if it is grounding. Intentional grounding on Howland. That's a big penalty for the Tigers.
Yeah, spot foul, loss of down, so bring up 3rd down and long for the Howland Tigers as we have another injured Tiger at the far end of the field.
Another injured Tiger. Trying to see where he is. How did he get all the way down there? He's all down the 20-yard line, Derek.
He ran a streak route
He
on
sure
that.
did. How the hell did he get all the way down to the 20-yard line? I'm looking on the sidelines by the line of scrimmage. As he was, talk about the opposite side of the field where the play even went.
Mm-hmm.
And they're checking on him right now. Not sure if it's another cramp issue. It looks like it is. Man, this is insane.
Yeah.
The cramping problems for Howland tonight.
Mm-hmm. So 6:15 left. Marlington up 32-20. Each team has 2 timeouts left. Howland facing a 3rd down and 19 from their own 41-yard line here. Have to get to the Marlington 40 to convert this 3rd down.
If you look for the future of the Dukes schedule, they've still got 2 more games before EBC play. Now, obviously, they're short a team in their conference.
Yes.
Not short a team, but they only have 16. So they're at home for a 3-0 Louisville next week. And then they go on the road to take on Warren John F. Kennedy before they start the rest of their season with conference play. As far as the Howland Tigers and what they have the rest of the season, it's an EBC run they're on, basically there. And then the next 2 games are on the road. They'll be at Carrollton next week. Then they'll be at West Branch in week 5. Then they'll take on Youngstown East back here at home. They'll go to Hubbard. They'll go to Boardman. They'll come home to play Canfield. And they'll play University School, their last game of the season from Cuyahoga County, in case you were wondering. So Howland definitely starting to get acclimated with that EBC conference.
Yeah, that was Carter Nielsen, the injured Tiger, coming off the field.
All right, here we go. 3rd down for Howland. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Settles down, throws it. Got looking deep, and that's going to sail out of bounds. That'll be 4th down. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving on the sideline between some players. The referees break it up. No flag.
Yeah, Howland's crowd wanting a flag on the Duke defender there. Got a little shove to the bench and kind of shove back, but cooler heads prevail.
Douglas must have been saying something to the officials. The lineman went and grabbed Douglas, the quarterback for Howland, and drug him away like, no. Now, I'll tell you what, Howland fans giving it to the officials right now. There's a very angry grandpa right now.
4th down and 19, 6:09 on the game clock. Howland bringing out the punt.
They're going to have to punt it away. Back deep for Marlington is Cole Jones standing around his 25-yard line. Lydian on to punt. There is the punt off the side of his foot. It'll go away from everybody. Take a nice bounce, but unfortunately for him, it's going to go all the way to the end zone. And Marlington will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So now, if you're Marlington and Coach Cardinal, do you go into let's run the ball and run some clock, knowing that Howland has to score twice?
Yeah, 6:03 on the game clock here as they bring the offense out, but I think Coach Cardinal would prefer if that clock ran a little quicker than what it will.
And there's a lot of time left to just flat out say you're going to run the ball, but I would definitely be taking my time in and out of the huddle, letting that play clock run down, so that if I have to punt, I maybe take 2 to 3 minutes off that clock. Walder in shotgun. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Horn is the running back with him. 10 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They are up right now by a score of 32-20. They give it to Horn. Horn takes it over the 20. Still on his feet near the 24-yard line. About a 4-yard run there by Horn, the sophomore running back.
Horn's only 5'8", 150, but he runs hard.
He does.
He's got out of a few arm tackles and able to get positive yards when it looks like he has nothing or a loss. 5:35 on the game clock here as it ticks.
2nd down and about 5. A long 5 for the Dukes. 15 seconds on the play clock. They're still in the huddle. They might want to let this. They're going to let this run down and call a timeout. Or are they going to hurry up and get this play off? Here we go. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Walder in shotgun. Ready to go. Oh, just gets it off. Gets it to Horn again. Horn's loose. 30, 35, up over the 40, still on his feet. 45, 50, 55, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Are you kidding me? He's going to take it. No, they're saying he's out of bounds or a touchdown. A flag comes in as well. They say touchdown on the field. There's a flag back at the 30. Another flag just got thrown. We got a little bit of what I call chaos right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's ruled a touchdown. It is ruled a touchdown, but we have multiple flags, one that came after the play. We'll see who it's on. We'll see if the touchdown stands. As of right now, Horn has an incredible 50-plus touchdown run.
Yeah, 75 yards on the touchdown run. If it stands, the referees huddle to make sense of what all the flags on the field count.
First flag came back around the 24-yard line. The second flag came out after the play was over. So I believe someone got an unsportsmanlike or something. And this game, it has started to get a little chippy. A little bit. Nothing crazy, but emotions are picking up here in the 4th quarter. Now, they're not walking back the football anywhere, so I don't know. All right.
Personal foul on Howland, personal foul on Marlington, unsportsmanlike on Howland, unsportsmanlike on Marlington, penalties offset, touchdown counts.
So the touchdown will count.
All the penalties are
so give him that 75-yard touchdown.
75-yard touchdown for sophomore Blaze Horn. The Marlington Dukes, a lot of underclassmen performing tonight. The future is bright for Coach Cardinal and the Marlington Dukes.
Wow, what a run. What a run by Horn, breaking tackles and turning on the speed. So now Marlington will come out here and they'll go for 2. They're going to do it. They're going to do it here. Yeah, all right. Didn't know if Walder was out there, but here he is. So Marlington going to go for 2. They want to make this a 20-point game. Walder in shotgun. He's got Dine with him. This is the 2-point conversion by the Dukes. He's going to roll out to his right. Walder throws it in back of the end zone. Battle for it. I think it was picked off, and it was. Good job by Howland. That was number 2 for the Tigers. That was Anthony De Niro who picked off that 2-point conversion. So the score stays as is in the 4th quarter now, up 18-14 38-20, the Marlington Dukes lead the Howland Tigers. We got the kickoff coming up. This is high school football, brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
What a second half it has been for the for the Marlington Dukes. As this game was not that long ago tied at 20. It is now 38-20, Marlington on top.
I didn't see the flag, but there may have been a flag on that 2-point conversion because Marlington's kicking this off from the Howland 45 yard line.
So another penalty must have been on Howland there. Like I said, frustrations are starting to mount a little bit for the Tigers. As Williamson now will kick it off for the Dukes. It's fielded around the 10-yard line by Howland. Taken up over the 10, over the 15, about around the 20-yard line before he is tackled. That return is made by Anthony De Niro, and now here comes the Howland offense back out there, and they've definitely got a lot of work to do and not a ton of time to do it with.
No, 4:55. Still have 2 timeouts.
They do.
Down 3 scores, so time definitely not on Howland's side.
They're going to want to get moving. They're going to be getting in and out of the huddle quickly, getting out of bounds when they can. Got a lot of work to do. As Marlington up 38-20 right now, trying to get to 2-1 on the season. They've got 3-0 Louisville coming to town next week. So here we go. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Darren Douglas for Howland in shotgun. Takes it. They're going to hand it off to Hanzu. Hanzu takes it up over the 25, up over the 30, up over the 35. A good start to this drive. Hanzu getting up, barking, as he has a sense of urgency for sure. But again, if I'm Howland, I'm telling these players, get back up after the play. Get lined up. We'll get the play call in. Get ready to go.
Yeah, that clock runs even as they set the chains now. They've made that change here in recent years, but nice run there by Hanzu. 14 yards to open the drive.
Hanzu's best rushing night of the season here in week 3. 1st down and 10. Ball on their own 35-yard line. Douglas takes the snap. Turns, going to hand it off to Hanzu again. Hanzu this time will get little to nothing. Fall back to around the 35-yard line. 2nd down, and late flags come in again. Another one. That's 2 flags by the same ref. He must be really mad. What did he see?
Flags all over the place.
PA announcer.
Even the PA announcer saw that. Everyone.
Yeah, we talked about Marlington, a lot of young players. Howland plays a lot of young as well.
They do. Well, you look at this season, though. All right, personal foul against
Marlington.
We're going to offset. A lot of personal fouls here in the second half.
Yeah,
both teams.
You want your senior leadership to, keep everyone's emotions in check. It's been a highly contested game since the start. Marlington's blowing away here in the 4th quarter, but
Some other scores. Let me see. East Canton's up 31-21 over Sandy Valley. Akron East 27, Canton South 20 there in the 4th quarter as well. Again, Louisville beat Northwest tonight to go to 3-0. Perry's up 25-15 with a minute left. So looks like Perry's looking good to go to 3-0. Here we go. 1st down. Douglas back to pass, rolling out, wants to let it loose, has to juke a man as pressure's coming, throws across his body, incomplete. Pass tipped. Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, Caden Dine had that one in his hands, kind of snuck up on him a little bit there, but 3:44 on the game clock here, 2nd and 10 for Howland.
Stops the clock. I see Akron East is still up 27-20 on Canton South, but Canton South just got an onside kick.
Ooh.
So the Wildcats still alive, trying to get something going here. All right. 2nd down and 10 for Howland. They're currently down 38-20 here, late in the fourth quarter. Send the tight end in motion from right to left. Back to pass. Looking. Throws it out. It's a screen to Hanzu. He's got up around the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Almost broke that tackle. It's into Marlington territory. Hanzu is running possessed on this possession for Howland.
Yeah, and Caden Dine stopped that one from being a touchdown here as there's an injured Duke on the play. Logan Kuhn down on the ground.
Yeah, Logan Kuhn is down on the ground, grabbing at his leg. I'm not sure if it's a cramp or it's the training staff from Marlington and Coach Cardinal are heading out there to check on him, as he might have been part of that hard collision at the end of that play. They're checking on him right now, trying to see what they're checking on. It looks like they might be checking on his upper body, maybe.
Yeah, he was kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time there as Caden Dine came flying in to make that tackle. Dine 6 foot 215, Logan Kuhn 5'10", only 145. So, yeah, laws of physics.
Yeah, might have been a stinger maybe. Well, now they're back on his lower body now.
3:35 left in regulation here. 38-20. Marlington has the lead, but Howland picked up the first down there on that play. So,
still looking at Kuhn, the wide receiver, the senior, who is down on the ground. Now they are working on his leg. Is that a cramp now too? Has Marlington officially entered the cramp fest?
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're so painful, but I'm always happy when I see that because I know it's nothing serious,
right.
or
absolutely.
So when I see it, it looks like it's a cramp situation as they're bringing out some help to help him off the field. But I'll say this again: I know cramps are not like serious injuries, but they can hurt so terribly.
Yeah. Especially a Charlie horse at 3 a.m.
Oh, that just happens from just living when you get older. You get in your 40s,
yeah.
that just happens to you for just existing. What did you do? I rolled over in bed. Cramped. I thought I was going to die. As they're trying to help the young man out. As he is sitting up now. Again, I wouldn't have had tonight pegged as a big cramping night. But I'll bet the cramping alone has probably added 30 minutes to this broadcast.
At least.
All right, good to see him coming off. Looks like a left cramp. I'm hoping that's what it is. Never want to see anyone get hurt from either team anytime, that seriously. But the way they were stretching him, I'd place the bet that it was a cramp.
Yeah.
But I hope that's the case. I really do. But he's not putting a lot of weight on that left leg either. So we'll have to check on that. And he's coming off very gingerly. And that is the senior Logan Kuhn, a wide receiver, 5'10", 145. And maybe it's not a cramp, but he's starting to put a little more weight on it as he's going.
Yeah.
But definitely gingerly coming off the field. And we hope that's just a cramp and nothing serious. Again, this Marlington team was so decimated last season by injuries. It was unbelievable. Marlington up right now, 38-20 in the fourth quarter. Howland has it. 1st and 10 in Marlington territory. They got a lot of work to do. Douglas in shotgun, sends a tight end from left to right. They fake it. It's a wide receiver screen. It's almost dropped. It is dropped. It's going to roll out of bounds. They're going to call it incomplete pass. I don't think the receiver ever really had the ball. I didn't think De Niro ever really had it.
I agree with you, but it looks like they're counting it as a reception
Yeah,
and
they
marking it where he fumbled it. The fumble did go out of bounds, so.
That stops the clock.
Yep, 3:24 left on the regulation clock.
3:24 left, 38-20. Howland trails Marlington. Howland in Marlington territory here at the 47-yard line. They got to get moving. Darren Douglas in shotgun. Hanzu on his right side, the tight end. Shaded to the right, Twins left. Douglas takes the snap, turns, hands off to Hanzu. Hanzu is stuffed at the line of scrimmage and brought backwards. Nothing doing there by Hanzu. And that'll get the clock running. Again, if I'm Howland, you want to get back up and get lined up again and get back in the huddle as quick as you can.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8 here at the Marlington 46. 3 minutes on the clock.
Clock is running. A little surprised how much time is being run without any urgency from Howland here. Douglas getting everybody set up. Twins left, tight end shade to the left as well. Hanzu in shotgun with Douglas. Douglas takes the snap, turns, keeps it himself inside the 45. Going to be tackled around the 47, 48-yard lines. That's going to bring up 4th down for Howland with clock running. And they got about 5 yards to go to get that first down.
Yeah, 2:28 and counting on the game clock. But like you mentioned on that last play, Howland not in a hurry-up offense.
Yeah, not really in any kind of hurry. A little surprise. I know it's a daunting task.
Yeah.
But you would think a little more urgency to try to get a score. Onside, you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
Douglas now on 4th down and 5. And what do we have now?
Timeout
by Marlington calls a timeout. Interesting. So Marlington stops the clock for Howland with a timeout. Coach Cardinal must not have liked the defense he had out there, or what was going on, or felt like his guys weren't prepared for that play.
Or he wants to remind everyone to head to Friends and Family Credit Union.
That's right. All timeouts brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend to the family. Let's go. As Marlington looking to get to 2-1 on the season. Another score update. East Canton now leads Sandy Valley 40-21. That's in the 4th quarter. So if any more updates on there, I got a chance. Let me pull up Q92radiosports.com and see if I can get you guys some more scores. Let me see here. 4th quarter. Claymont 7, Fairless 6. The East Golden Bears 14-0 over Clearview. Tuslaw 43-20 over Caldwell in the 4th. Perry up 25-7 over Harding. Lake up 34-28 over Rocky River. St. Francis up 40-27 over Jackson. Massillon trails 35-28, the Rayburn GAP. East, let me see. East is still up on Canton South. Now it's 4th down. Here we go. They turn, hand it off to Hanzu. Hanzu takes it. Tries to get to the first down marker. He is pushed back, and that is not going to be enough for the first down. Marlington's going to take over on downs. It looks like Marlington, with that, has pretty much sealed a victory here. Other finals have a chance. Alliance 46-13 on the road at Streetsboro. It was 2-0.
Wow,
Alliance 2-1. Louisville 10-3 over Northwest. Minerva Lions are 2-1 on the season. Derek, they won 34-0 over Akron Springfield.
Congratulations, Coach Slates and the Lions.
2-1 Minerva Lions. In the final, Tuskegee Central Catholic 20-6 over St. Thomas. Orville 28-7 over Canton Central. That's a final in Hoover 65-0 over Akron North. Hoover 3-0. Louisville 3-0. Hoover 3-0. Perry on their way to 3-0. Interesting. East Canton trying to get to 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Marlington out here. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 42-yard line. They're going to turn. Hand it off to a new running back who's in there. That is Jack Jarvis, the sophomore. He's going to take it over the 45 to the 46-yard line to get that clock running.
1:45 and counting here.
Again, as we look ahead for Marlington, next week at home against 3-0 Louisville. Then they go on the road for 3 straight. At Warren John F. Kennedy, at Carrollton, at West Branch. Then home for Minerva, at Salem, and then they'll play that rivalry game against Alliance, that last game of the season. But Coach Cardinal going to be off to a 2-1 start here with a freshman quarterback. So here we go. On 2nd down and about 5. Marlington letting all that play clock run down here. They turn. They hand it off to Jarvis again. Jarvis over the 50-yard line into Howland territory, down around the 48-yard line, as that'll keep the clock running as well.
And they'll give them a first down, so should just be a kneel-down situation here as the clock dips below 1 minute here in Howland.
So the Marlington Dukes coming on the road with their freshman quarterback, who I thought played really well. Probably the best I think he's looked all season.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really about Cameron Everidge tonight, Derek. As we'll get to your stats here shortly. Here's we'll have a very short post-game here. But, man, Cameron Everidge having a game. It looks like Marlington's in victory formation here now. And he'll just take the snap and take a knee.
And that'll be it.
And the Dukes are clapping, and they're clapping because they just improved to 2-1 on the season. How about that? The Marlington Dukes come on the road tonight, and they get the win over the Howland Tigers. Your final score, 38-20. Marlington comes on the road and gets a victory over a future EBC opponent. Again, Howland joins the league officially next year. Great game, a lot of fun, and a great win for Coach Cardinal and the Marlington Dukes. 2-1 on the season, and with a freshman quarterback. Not too bad, Derek.
Not at all.
All right, so that is your final score. And they let anybody in these games, man. I tell you. So congratulations to the Marlington Dukes. And Derek, if you want, now we can go through the final statistics of the game.
Yeah, for Marlington quarterback Tyler Walter, 15 of 22, 204 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 69 and 53 yards. On the ground, it was sophomore running back Blaze Horn. He ended the night with 164 yards with that 75-yard touchdown that really put the nail in the coffin tonight. Also on the ground for Marlington, Cameron Evanich, 50 yards, touchdown runs of 36, 1, and 5 out of that Wildcat formation. And through the air, it was Evanich, 7 receptions, 147 yards. He had both of those touchdown receptions from Walter, 69 yards and 53. And let me get over here real quick.
As the Howland Band plays. This Marlington crowd right now, the team is over standing by their band, hearing their fight song all together. Good road win for Coach Cardinal.
Yes, very, very impressive. It was back and forth through much of it. Marlington used some turnovers to pull away. Darren Douglas, 7 of 9 through the air, 145 yards. Did have that touchdown pass in the first quarter that went to Carter Nielsen for 19 yards. Nielsen did have a big reception of 61 yards here in the second half. Their leading rusher was Hanzu. He had, let me add that up here real quick.
Hanzu had his best rushing night of the season so far.
At halftime, he had already eclipsed what he had amassed in the first 2 weeks. So a great showing by DeVay Hanzu, the senior running back for the Howland Tigers.
So again, Marlington improves to 2-1 on the season. Howland falls to 1-2. The Tigers will come back home for a big Week 4 matchup against undefeated Louisville. We'll have that game for you on our sister station, AM 1310 WDPN. Looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much for listening tonight, having us on, whether you had us on your phone, your tablet, your television, listening. We appreciate you guys having us on and checking out the game. We hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much to our sponsors. Without them, we could not bring these games to you. And these advertisers that you hear, they are supporting these teams in particular, these local teams. So if you're a fan of Marlington, think about some of the businesses you heard commercials tonight because they wanted to sponsor this game and be a part of this Marlington broadcast. So thank you all for listening. Thank you to Jeff Mears for our halftime news. One more time, your final score is 38-20. Be sure you're following the Q92 Sports social media. We'll have pictures and interviews from not just our game, but from all of our games tonight. You can go check out Q92 Sports on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, and on Threads. You can always go back and listen to our games on SoundCloud as well. For Derek Dimmitt, I am Christian Bigglesworth. One more time, your final from Howland. The Marlington Dukes, 38. The Howland Tigers, 20. This has been high school football brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.